What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 7C Chapter 171 Advertisement. I saw Tsunade frowned and asked in confusion, "Ninja of Cloud Shinobi, what did you just say?" From Wooden Golem's face with black lines, "Dare you to remember it now." If Tsunade steps in, things get tricky. Even if there is a 1% hope, by Wooden Golem, try it. 5th Hokage, Uchiha Qiye is a deal negotiated by Raikage and your senior Konaha. Do you want to destroy the alliance between the two countries? Destroy the alliance between the two countries? It's a really big hat. High level, what high level? Negotiations that even I Hokage didn't participate in are called negotiations. Tsunade smiled contemptuously, completely dismissing Wooden Golem's words. Hokage, do you have to intervene? So what? Joke, the person in this world who can threaten him. Tsunade hasn't been born yet. In Tsunade's eyes, you Wooden Golem is just a little girl, playing tricks with her. The war between the Land of Thunder and the Land of Fire, don't you care, Hokage? War. Speaking of the war, Tsunade couldn't help sneering. Isn't the war just over? What threat do you have under Cloud Shinobi's defeat, and now you have become so confident? Damn it, this woman. Tsunade was so mad at Wooden Golem that there was no room for negotiation. If Hokage is solved here, that's not a bad idea. Thinking of this, Wooden Golem doesn't want to talk nonsense with Tsunade anymore. In an instant, he entered the state of half-tailed beast, and the dark red chakra wrapped his whole body. Tsunade waved in Kai's direction. Little devil, this jinchuriki is handed over to me. Hokage has been doing it for so long, and it has been a long time without any activity. Click, click, Tsunade stretched his muscles and faced the galloping two-tailed jinchuriki with a look of excitement on his face. It had been a long time since her last fight was with Uchiha Qiye. Tsunade was not Hokage at that time, and now she is facing a jinchuriki, a good opponent. Suddenly, a giant red hand slapped hard in Tsunade's direction. Between Tsunade's hands folded in front of his chest, completely unafraid, the corners of his mouth raised a playful arc. Boom, the giant hand formed by chakra slammed down, and the entire ice cube burst open. Tsunade's body moved, and he was no longer there. Light blue chakra covers Tsunade's arms. What? With a loud shout, Tsunade grabbed the arm of the dark red chakra by Wooden Golem. It came directly over the shoulder, and the Wooden Golem was driven by the long dark red arm and flew several meters away. It hit the big tree in the distance again, and the shards of ice were shaken down. After a series of smooth operations, Tsunade shuddered suddenly. Hey, it's too cold, little devil, this is a good thing you did. Hurry up and relieve this icy environment, it's freezing me to death. Fine. Qiye simply snapped his fingers, and the trees in the valley covered with ice quickly faded away. In a few breaths, the Tianzheng Valley returned to its original appearance. Seeing the rapid changes in the surrounding environment, everyone in Cloud Shinobi was stunned. Can a ninja really do such a thing? Qiye can turn the surrounding into ice and snow, and naturally can turn it back. The ability of frozen fruit, he has used it perfectly, and can also use it in combination with Susanoo. See Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye being thrown away by Wooden Golem and other Cloud Shinobi ninjas. Hokage is worthy of being Hokage. In 2 rounds, Erwage and Jinchuriki was deflated twice. Advertisement half-tailed beasts were made by Wooden Golem for little benefit from Tsunade. Orochimaru can fight Naruto with 4 tails and Tsunade, who is also one of the Sannin. It's not enough to deal with the 2-tailed Wooden Golem. Wooden Golem got up, and his complexion changed dramatically again. No, the half-tailed beast is made of Wooden Golem, with no face at all. Just angry anyway. Shish launched another wave of attacks on Tsunade. Cat's claws, rat jade, etc. are all used, and they have no effect on Tsunade. Finally, in the state of half-tailed beast, Tsunade was attacked with taijutsu. Bang 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 bang. With 3 punches and 2 kicks, Tsunade was sent flying again. It can be seen that the half-tailed beast is made of Wooden Golem, which is not Tsunade's opponent at all. Ki, Erwage and Jinchuriki, that's all. Tsunade touched his nose with a slightly disdainful expression. The other Cloud Shinobi ninjas are very concerned about the condition of Wooden Golem. By Wooden Golem, are you alright? Lord Wooden Golem, do you need us to take action? Let's kill the Hokage of Konoha together. With that being said, these Cloud Shinobi ninjas are actually heartbroken with Tsunade. They saw Tsunade punch the body of Lord Wooden Golem with their own eyes. Even with the blessing of the tailed beast's coat, Wooden Golem's expression was very painful. It was the first time they had seen such an embarrassed Wooden Golem. The other party is not only one of Sannin, but also a Hokage. And by Wooden Golem, like a little strong from immune to death, climbed up from the rubble again. At this time, she was no longer wrapped in the tail beast coat, and her face was slightly bruised. It seems that it has endured a lot of Tsunade's punches, but as a jinchuriki, he has a super recovery ability. Wiping the dust off his face, Wooden Golem stared at Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye, roaring. Hokage, Uchiha brat, you've totally d me off, and none of you will get out of here alive today. What? With a loud roar from Wooden Golem, his entire body swelled up rapidly, and a large amount of chakra poured out. Could it be that Lord Wooden Golem wants to? There can be no mistake, this majestic chakra, prepared by Lord Wooden Golem to be completely tailed, everything here will be destroyed. Let's get out of the way, and don't get in the way of Lord Wooden Golem. Suddenly, a huge blue cat demon, with dark blue flames with black stripes on its body. To be able to push me to this point, Hokage of Konaha, Uchiha, don't even think about leaving either of you. The arrival of Hokage has already surprised Wooden Golem, and he can't imagine the complete tail beast transformation. Looking at this huge blue cat demon, even Tsunade's face was full of solemnity at this time. This is Neo Matabi. Finally turned into a beast. What, my lord Hokage, do you want me to help? Seeing Tsunade's seriousness, Qiye couldn't help joking. No, little devil, step back, have you forgotten that I still have that power? Tsunade waved his hand, the solemnity on his face was swept away, and he showed a confident smile. That power? Qiye pondered for a while, could it be that? Little devil, just like your Uchiha Sharingan, is the power that tailed beasts fear. Snapped, Tsunade showed a smug smile on the corner of his mouth, put his hands together, and shouted loudly. Wood style, wood dragon technique. Wood style, as expected. Qiye thought, that night and after sleeping, because Tsunade has the gene of first Hokage, Qiye helped her to awaken the power of Konaha. Tsunade is now the same as her grandfather first Hokage, clapping both hands and shouting whatever comes. Suddenly, a wooden dragon burst out of the ground, screaming in the sky, fanning the entire forest and wrapping around her Wei's huge body. Chapter 172. Advertisement. Wood style, wood dragon technique. A wooden dragon broke out of the ground, raised its head to the sky and roared, with an extremely astonishing momentum, and galloped towards the second tail. Swish, in an instant, the second tail has been wrapped around several times. Wood style. How can Hokage be wood style? Those cloud shinobi ninjas were horrified to see Tsunade use wood style. After the death of first Hokage, wood style has become a legend. In this world, no one can use wood style, but this time, they saw wood style in Tsunade. Because of Yamato's relationship in Anbu, few people even Konoha know his existence and know that he will be wood style. And Tsunade, who has always been known for his magical powers and medical ninjutsu, has never been named wood style, rather than wood style. But now, Tsunade's performance has completely let Cloud Shinobi Ninja witness her wood style. Damn, Hokage still has a hand. Captain, wood style has the power to suppress tailed beasts, you said by Lord Wooden Golem. Shut up and take a good look. Seeing the wooden dragon used by Tsunade, Qiye nodded in relief. Whoever Tsunade would like to thank wood style, of course, would like to thank him. After Tsunade awakened wood style that night, she also practiced hard in private, otherwise she would not be so skilled. Obviously, Tsunade's wood style isn't quite as good as first Hokage's, but it's more than enough to deal with a two-tail. Under the entanglement of the wooden dragon, the two tails Matabi looked extremely flustered. Hiss, he screamed in the sky, and found that it was useless, and he still couldn't break free from the shackles of this wooden dragon. The binding force of this wooden dragon is very strong, it can make the bound nine tails scream, not to mention her Wei. Once entangled with a wooden dragon, the chakra will be absorbed. The wood style can make nine tails suffer. The scenes of nine tails being deflated are all thanks to Sharingan and the end of Sharingan evolution, Rinnegan and wood style. It's fair to say that Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama gave nine tails a hard time. Originally a fox lived unrestrained in the forest, but was controlled by Madara with the Sharingan and used it as a summoning beast. Then he was controlled by Hashirama's huge wood-style palm, and was ruthlessly mocked. Nine tails, your strength is too strong, you must seal it. Big brother has been tortured like this, let alone Erwei. At the same time, the two-tailed Matabi Chakra, who was entangled by the wooden dragon, was rapidly losing his consciousness, and his consciousness was still the consciousness of Wooden Golem. Damn it, this damn wood style can't break free. If it goes on like this, the form of the complete body will not be able to maintain. By Wooden Golem is very flustered, this is the first time he has encountered such a scene since he was completely tailed. She is still at an absolute disadvantage, when has she suffered such hardships? This woman actually knows wood style, woo. A large number of blue and red chakra bubbles emerged from Matabi's huge body, and then quickly gathered together. A dense sphere of chakra appears in front of Matabi's mouth. Under the entanglement of wooden dragons, Wooden Golem has made great efforts to maintain this huge body. Click, click, the high-density chakra sphere quickly burst. The huge loss of chakra made Tailed Beast Bomb not available from Wooden Golem. Damn. The wooden dragon's entanglement became tighter and tighter, and Matabi's huge body couldn't maintain his shape and staggered to the ground. How about it, kid? Although my wood style isn't as powerful as my grandfather's, can I see it? With a faint smile, Tsunade asked Uchiha Qiye behind him. Well, it's amazing, as expected of 5th Hokage. After finishing speaking, Qiye also gave Tsunade a thumbs up, a guy-like encouragement. Advertisement. Now Tsunade's wood style is probably half as powerful as Senju Hashirama, which is already a great achievement. Even with Hashirama cells, Yamato's wood style's power is only 20% of 1st Hokage's. Therefore, there is 1st Hokage wood style to conquer the world, and Yamato wood style to engage in greening. Of course, Yamato's wood style is top-notch when it comes to green building houses. Give Yamato a month to build a Konaha village. Getting a few houses with ease is not a problem. Yamato is a rich man. Not doing real estate business is a waste of his ability. Jokes are jokes. Finally, under the strong ability of the wooden dragon to absorb chakra, the form of Wooden Golem's complete body-tailed beast can no longer be maintained. Boom, a cloud of white smoke drifted past, and the Wooden Golem finally returned to its normal state. Look, it's released from the shape of the tailed beast of the Wooden Golem. Not only was the full body tailed beastification removed, but a large portion of the chakra by Wooden Golem himself was also absorbed. Now she was pale and weak. Tsunade can't pass up this opportunity without writing ink with you. The blue chakra gathered over his clenched right fist, his eyes narrowed, and Tsunade swept away in the direction of Wooden Golem. Not good, protected by Lord Wooden Golem. When the Cloud Shinobi ninjas saw Tsunade's terrifying power, they felt bad and rushed forward. His face was full of deep concern, and in that state Wooden Golem couldn't take Tsunade's punch. You crap of Cloud Shinobi, you can also interfere in women's fights. Qiye waved his hands, and an ice wall instantly appeared in front of Cloud Shinobi ninja. This was not over yet. Several ice spikes were launched from the ice wall and flew towards the group of Cloud Shinobi ninjas. Some ninjas who couldn't react were hit hard. What? There was another tragic wailing sound, and several Cloud Shinobi ninjas were pierced by ice thorns again. There were dozens of people in Cloud Shinobi, but they were attacked several times by Qiye, and now there are only a few scattered people. On the other side, Wooden Golem, who had been detoxified from the tail beast, fell from the air. At this time, she only felt weak and weak. The wailing from the other side made her anxious again, and this kind of thing that could be seen but made her unable to do anything gave Wooden Golem a headache. Yo, woman, are you still worried about others? In the blink of an eye, Tsunade was already in front of Wooden Golem. The chakra-filled right fist is thrown straight at Wooden Golem. Oops! In midair, Wooden Golem instantly felt a thick danger rushing towards him. In this state, the high-intensity recovery ability has not been fully recovered, and if it is hit by this punch, the consequences will be disastrous. His hands were folded in front of his face, in a defensive stance. Humph! Tsunade snorted lightly, revealing a contemptuous smile on the corner of his mouth. How could the Wooden Golem in this state be able to resist Tsunade's attack while you're sick? Boom! This punch, full of chakra, hit the belly of Wooden Golem directly. Puff! A mouthful of old blood was spit out from Wooden Golem's mouth, and Tsunade flew Wooden Golem's body several dozen meters away, hitting the mountain wall heavily. The power was so great that it smashed the mountain wall into a deep groove. Suffering from this heavy blow, the severe pain caused the Wooden Golem to faint directly. This time, she never got up again. Seeing the collapsed Wooden Golem, Tsunade clapped his palms and said with a smile, "Perfect jinchuriki, that's all, nothing more than that." Seeing the fall of Wooden Golem, the group of Cloud Shinobi ninjas were completely desperate. Chapter 173. Advertisement. Seeing the fall of Wooden Golem, the group of Cloud Shinobi ninjas completely lost hope. Of course, Qiye won't give them hope either. Tsunade punched him directly, and Wooden Golem was knocked out. Poor Wooden Golem, beaten to pieces by Tsunade. Whether it's a humanoid or a tailed beast, they've all been hit by Tsunade's fist. He was knocked out over and over again, and he was also the first person to be hit by Tsunade. If it wasn't for Jinchuriki's tenacious vitality and amazing resilience, the Wooden Golem would have fallen long ago. After being knocked out by Wooden Golem, Qiye quickly took action and eliminated the remaining Cloud Shinobi ninjas. Those Cloud Shinobi ninjas were frozen into ice cubes without even shouting their final screams. This time, the peace talks between Cloud Shinobi and Konaha, lost his wife and lost his army again. Lost a group of capable elite ninjas, but also got a perfect Jinchuriki. Finding Uchiha Qiye is the biggest mistake of Cloud Shinobi village. Whether it is Raikage or Danzo, Homura, Kaharu, the 3 high-level konaha, they may not have thought that Uchiha Qiye can survive under such a trap, and has the ability to absolutely fight back. Whether it's raikage or konaha's 3 old things, they have already attached great importance to Uchiha Qiye. In order to solve Qiye this time, raikage was dispatched by Wooden Golem. By Wooden Golem, their Cloud Shinobi's perfect jinchuriki, she is completely unafraid even in the face of cage-level powerhouses. The tailed beast balances the power of the 5 countries. If a ninja can completely control it, the strength of this ninja can be said to have been improved qualitatively. Wild-tailed beasts don't know how to use their powers, it's not scary, the perfect jinchuriki is different. Perfection jinchuriki can be said to have brought the power of the tailed beast to the ultimate. Cloud Shinobi villages Mor, Bersabi, Momo, Sam, Moloi and other Jonin died one after another at the hands of Uchiha Qiye. This has already cost them Cloud Shinobi village's face, and in this war with Konoha, Cloud Shinobi has been defeated again. Everything is because of that man, Uchiha Qiye, so this time Raikage's conversation with Konoha and Konoha's 3 old guys, as long as they can solve Uchiha Qiye, Cloud Shinobi village will agree regardless of the conditions. Raikage, who has always been arrogant and conceited, can say these words, which shows that his hatred for Qiye has reached the extreme. In other words, Uchiha Qiye was a thorn in Raikage's heart, and he had to be pulled out, otherwise it would be uncomfortable. In order to prevent accidents, he even used the second tail by Wooden Golem, but he did not expect the result, but it still failed. All along, Raikage underestimated the power of Uchiha Qiye. The same is true for Danzo, he thought that it would be no problem to let 3 Anbu with the strength of elite Jonin follow Uchiha Qiye, cooperate with the trap designed by Cloud Shinobi Ninja, and deal with one Uchiha Qiye. You must know that the other party sent jinchuriki, and the 2 are powerful enough to deal with a cage-level powerhouse. The ideal is beautiful, but the reality is very skinny. Whether it was Cloud Shinobi's trap or the shackles of their roots, they were all freed by Uchiha Qiye, and they launched a wave of counterattacks, but the opponent was powerless to resist. Of course, Tsunade's appearance can be said to be an accident within an accident. Qiye never thought that Tsunade would know about it the first time, and rushed over quickly. It can be said that Tsunade with wood style has a higher level of strength. Okay, that group of trash fish in Cloud Shinobi has been resolved. Besides Qiye and Tsunade, there were 2 people left on the field. They are the fainted root members Ding Shan and Erwei Jinchuriki by Wooden Golem. The reason why he didn't kill Ding Shan was that Qiye thought he was still useful. Seeing Kai's relaxed expression, Tsunade smiled and said, "Boy, it seems that you can easily solve it even if I don't come. That's natural, that kind of trap doesn't work for me." Advertisement in terms of strength, Qiye is never humble. But Hokage-sama, I'm glad you can come. After the conversation changed, Qiye smiled gradually. Che, the little devil is still the same as before, he doesn't make much progress, and he likes to talk big. Tsunade held back a blank look at Qiye. Immediately he pointed to the Wooden Golem who was lying on the ground. "Hey, boy, what to do with this jinchuriki? How to deal with it? Hokage is you can deal with it as you like, she is Cloud Shinobi's ninja, why don't you kill it?" "Kill, such a lovely beauty is still a jinchuriki, it's a pity to kill." By Wooden Golem is Cloud Shinobi ninja, and also jinchuriki, also wants to take Uchiha Kai's life, is the enemy, kill and kill, what a pity. Tsunade's smart eyes glanced at Qiye and jokingly said, "Boy, don't you understand Lian Xiangxiusha?" Cough cough. Qiye walked up to Tsunade and wrapped her arms around her slender waist. "The woman who makes me pity Xiangxiu is only you." Tsunade. The sudden show almost flashed Tsunade's waist. I saw Tsunade giggling. "Boy, you can say that to other women." Loosening Tsunade's slender waist, a long ice spike emerged from Kai's hand, aiming at the Wooden Golem lying on the ground. "All right, Lord Hokage, I'll take care of the woman lying on the ground." By Wooden Golem being a member of the Cloud Shinobi Village Admiral, addressing her strength to Cloud Shinobi Village is a huge drain. Defeat the Wooden Golem, and if there is another war, they don't need to look for Cloud Shinobi, the 2-tailed jinchuriki. Just when Qiye was about to start, a deep voice came from Wooden Golem's body. Don't kill her, or it will take a long time for me to resurrect again." "Hey, who's talking?" Tsunade searched for the source of the sound, and at a glance, he locked on the 2 tails lying on the ground. Who else could it be, the Erwei in that woman's body? After listening to Kai's explanation, Tsunade understood in an instant. By the way, she still has a tailed beast in her body, how could she forget about it? Tsunade slapped her head hard, just now she seemed to have forgotten the identity of Wooden Golem Jinchuriki. The tone of her way just now can be said to be a request. Strange to say, when did their tailed beasts beg humans? However, this 2-tailed cat has created a precedent. Their tailed beasts are an agglomeration of chakras and will never die. But if Jinchuriki were to die, their chakra would be scattered in the world. It will take a long time to gather and resurrect again. When 4th Hokage sealed 9 tails, Kushina said that he would perish with 9 tails and prolong the resurrection time of 9 tails. However, it was rejected by the 4th Hokage at that time, because the tailed beast is the existence of balancing the power of the 5 countries. If Konoha were without 9 tails, other shinobi villages might attack. In order for Konoha to possess the power of the tailed beast and his son to use the power of 9 tails correctly, Namikaze Minato chose to seal the ghouls. Two-tailed Matabi, why should we promise you this condition? You are a tailed beast, and you won't die. Chapter 174 Advertisement 2, don't kill her, or it will take a long time for me to be resurrected. A low, magnetic voice came from within Wooden Golem. Tsunade was stunned. Hey, didn't this woman pass out? Why is there still someone talking? My Lord Hokage, you forgot that she has a tail beast inside her. Yes. Tsunade's fingertips ran slightly across his nose, embarrassingly. Two-tailed Matabi, you are a tailed beast, and you won't die. The longer the resurrection time is, the longer it will be. What are you afraid of? Qiye on the side smiled with interest. It is rare for a tailed beast to ask a human being. You ninjas, you really don't understand the suffering of our tailed beasts. The long period of resurrection is even more painful than being sealed. I don't want to live that kind of life. It seems that after becoming the perfect jinchuriki from Wooden Golem, Wei has already assimilated. The magnetic deep voice came from the body of Wooden Golem again. Boy, I can feel the chakra of 3 tails in your body. You must have seen Isofu before. We are all acquaintances. What? The tailed beasts are familiar with each other's chakras, they have lived for thousands of years after all. The last time Qiye used Sharingan to control 3 tails, there was still a little chakra of 3 tails in his body, and this little bit was sensed by Wei. Oops, boy, how did you know my name? Wei's previous words were very docile, but when she heard Qiye say its name, she instantly screamed in surprise. It is rare to know the name of the tailed beast, even Jinchuriki may not know it. When the tailed beast tells Jinchuriki his name, it is already an acknowledgement. The name of Matabi is naturally known by Wooden Golem, but in the battle just now, Wooden Golem never said it. How did the boy in front of him know about it, which made Wei puzzled? 9 Tails was locked in Naruto's body for more than 10 years, and Naruto was still called 9 Tails 9 Tails. Until the end, I didn't know that 9 Tails also has a name, called Kurama. Matabi, is this Wei's name? Tsunade was curious about the name of the tailed beast. Qiye smiled, he knew that the name of the tailed beast was more than 2 tails. He can name everything from 1 tail to 9 tails. Wei, you don't want to spend the long period of resurrection. It's simple, I will help you unlock the seal, and you will be free when you come out. By Wooden Golem, Qiye won't let it go. Once Jinchuriki loses the tail beast, the ending is also death. Hearing Kai's words to help it unlock the seal, Wei was both surprised and delighted. Boy, can you help me unlock the seal? That's natural. Peeling off the clothes made of Wooden Golem, there is a circular seal pattern on the lower abdomen. Qiye simply made a seal, placed his hand on the circular seal pattern on the belly of Wooden Golem, and turned it slightly, like a key inserted into a lock, which matched perfectly. At this time, Qiye felt the existence of Wei, and took advantage of the situation. A massive chakra was pulled from the belly of Wooden Golem by Qiye. That blob of blue chakra quickly turned into an entity, and just like that, the huge body of 2 tails appeared in front of Qiye and Tsunade. Hey, I'm free again. The first time he appeared outside in the form of an entity, it was his own consciousness, not to mention how cheerful Wei was. Boy, thank you. Advertisement: the blue foxfire surrounds Wei's huge body. If it is reduced to the size of a normal cat, Wei looks quite cute. With a simple sentence, Wei walked away. The huge body made the whole earth tremble a few times. Hey, boy, did you just let Wei run away? Otherwise, what else? Tsunade thought for a while. The tailed beast possesses terrifying power, why don't you bring it back to Konoha to find a Jinchuriki? Tsunade wished all the tailed beasts were Konoha, Qiye didn't care much about that. Look, how excited Wei just came out. It won't feel good if you put it in a cage again. Not everyone can be a perfect Jinchuriki. As a Jinchuriki, the tailed beast doesn't give you power, and you can't even ask for it. Now the Wooden Golem has no 2 tails, and it is no different from the dead. The one-line Sky Canyon here is finally over, the Cloud Shinobi ninjas have been wiped out, and the 2 tails have become a wild-tailed beast. Of the 3 of them, 2 of them, OXU, are dead, and there is one Dingshan, who fainted. Qiye was going to take this Dingshan back to the village to find the 3 old people to settle accounts. Lord Hokage, everything here is settled, it's time to settle accounts with those 3 old Konoha. HMPH, kid, I think so too. The land of fire, Konoha village. Homura and Kaharu frowned. They didn't tell Tsunade about it, and they were very anxious. Tsunade is Hokage after all, and as the head of a village, it's a bit outrageous not to know about it. But the two still thought they were right, and it was all for the sake of the village. Sending Uchiha Qiye out can avoid war, get rich compensation from the Land of Thunder, and get an ally, so why not do it? Moreover, Cloud Shinobi also taught them how to control the tailed beasts. When the power of 9 tails, which Konoha completely controls, even if there is a war, Konoha will still have support. So, sending Uchiha Qiye away is worth it in their opinion. Makes more sense than sending Hyuga Hizashi away back then. And Uchiha Qiye will not sacrifice in vain, he will become a hero, and his name will be engraved on Konoha's hero condolence tablet. Now what Homura and Kaharu are thinking about is how to tell Tsunade about it. Uchiha Qiye is Tsunade's designated advisor, so if she doesn't see her for a long time, she will be suspicious. Kaharu, what do you think we should tell Hokage about this? Homura wears a pair of glasses and looks sad. Wait for a while, wait for the storm to pass, and when Tsunade realizes this, let's say, it's all for Konoha, Tsunade as Hokage should understand. That's all it can do. Outside Konoha village, inside Root's secret base. Yamanaka letter was last controlled by Qiye with Mangekyo Sharingan. Lord Danzo, Wu, Shu and the Cloud Shinobi ninjas will be able to solve Uchiha Qiye. For Uchiha Qiye, Yamanaka's confidence has been shadowed, and he doesn't know how he got into the illusion last time. Moreover, he had no impression of what he had done after the illusion, and only knew that there was Uchiha in his mind. Danzo's dull eyes looked into the distance, and he pondered. Don't worry, Shin, Cloud Shinobi has sent her way Jinchuriki to deal with one Uchiha Qiye, that's enough. Moreover, Wu, Shu, and Dingshan are all good at root. Even in Konoha, he has the strength of elite Jonin. Lord Danzo, there is one more thing that worries me. If Hokage finds out that 3 of her subordinates are missing, and holds us accountable, what should we do? This is nothing to worry about for Danzo. He laughed softly. Kill it if you kill it, there are as many ninjas as you want, everything is for Konoha. Advertisement Chapter 175. Advertisement. All of this is for Konoha's consideration. Danzo said indifferently. All the while, Danzo himself carries the dark side of Konoha. When 3rd Hokage was alive, he enjoyed too much applause and flowers. And Danzo silently endured everything. After the death of 3rd Hokage, Danzo took everything by himself. He doesn't care about fame or profit, he just silently considers Konoha. They will do what the 3rd generation dare not do, and they will kill those the 3rd generation dare not kill. In a word, they dare to do what the 3rd generation dares to do, and they do what they dare not do. This is the darkness of Konoha, the root bears the dark side of Konoha, bears everything. Even if in the eyes of the villagers, in the eyes of the world, they are not in the mainstream, it is worth it. No one can imagine how much Danzo paid for Konoha. It's all snot and tears, all of Danzo's hard work. The current Danzo possesses the powers of both Uchiha and Senju. Breathing in the dark for a long time, now is the time to show off. On the other side, a god, Qiye took Tsunade back to the Hokage office. Of course, there is also that dizzy root member, Dingshan. Master Qiye, Master Tsunade. Shizune was pleasantly surprised to see Qiye and Tsunade back. She can't last long here alone. Master Tsunade, you went out in a hurry to find Master Qiye, what happened? Cough cough. Tsunade coughed awkwardly. Shizune, have those 2 old guys ever been here? Homura and Kaharu, the advisors, they have never been here. By the way, Tsunade-sama, who is this person? Shizune looked at Dingshan who fell to the ground and asked in confusion. That old Danzo's man. These 3 old things actually cheated Qiye. Qiye was not the one who was wronged. Tsunade, don't ask Shizune, and don't ask people to invite those 2 old guys, I'll sense their chakra first. Tsunade looked into the distance with beautiful eyes, thoughtful. Little devil, the village is not a place to fight. If they are still in the village, try to avoid fighting in the village. I know. When I heard Tsunade and Kia's dialogue, Shizune was in a fog, and I didn't understand it at all. Master Tsunade, you said that Homura was consulting them, and then you said that you were fighting or something. What happened? As Hokage, those 3 old things are doing some shameful deeds behind my back, and Qiye and I are going to clear the door now. Clean up the portal. Originally, Shizune was not happy with the 3 old guys Danzo, but now that she heard Tsunade say this, she was even more looking forward to it. This village is Tsunade-sama's village, how could it allow others to interfere? Lord Tsunade, do you want someone I called Anbu or Jonin like Kakashi to help? No need, Shizune, I'll leave the matter here to you for now, and leave the rest to me and this kid Qiye. The current Uchiha Qiye is perceiving carefully. Suddenly, 2 familiar chakras appeared within his perception, it was Homura and Kaharu. The back mountain of Konaha, where is it? Danzo, a secret base in the roots. There was an inexplicable smile on the corner of Kia's mouth, it really took no effort to get it. Advertisement. This time, the three old guys are all gathered together, and they are still in the back mountain, so it is more convenient to do it. Qiye snorted lightly, and finally found the existence of those two old guys. He had met the two old fellows, Homura Kaharu, a few times and was quite familiar with their chakra. Seeing the faint smile on the corner of Kia's mouth, Tsunade knew that the result had come out. This was a tacit understanding. Little devil, it's already locked. I saw Qiye wink at Tsunade. That's right in the back mountain. The two of them didn't write any ink. Qiye took Ding Shui and galloped towards the back mountain. At this time, Homura and Kaharu, who were in the back mountain, were completely unaware that the danger was coming, and there were three Anbu by their side to protect them. This time, they came to Danzogen's base to discuss with Danzo what to do with Uchiha Qiye. In Gen's secret base, Yamanaka's eyes suddenly narrowed, and he, who is also a perception ninja, just suddenly felt a pair of eyes staring at them. Sir Danzo, it's not good, it seems that a perception ninja is perceiving our existence just now. Oh, they have always acted very cautiously, hiding their chakra in the base. And there is a barrier that blocks perception outside the base of each root. Even if Yamanaka is outside, he cannot perceive the existence inside the base. Although the incident was shocking, Yamanaka believed in his own intuition, the feeling of a pair of eyes staring at him, and there was nothing wrong with it. Danzo's icy eyes looked into the depths of the darkness, such an obscure base could not be detected by the outside world. Shin, are you perceiving wrong? Everyone in the base is hiding chakra, and there is a barrier that blocks perception outside. How could anyone perceive it? Yamanaka's expression was solemn, it was just his intuition, and if he really wanted to say it, he couldn't say why. It was only for a moment, but in that moment, Yamanaka Shin felt a pair of eyes watching them. Is it really my delusion? At this moment, Yamanaka began to doubt himself. In terms of perception ability, the Yamanaka clan are the top existences of Konaha. In Konaha, there is no clan of ninja better at perception than their Yamanaka clan. Be careful sailing the 10,000 years boat, not afraid of 10,000 but afraid of any eventuality. Danzo ordered to go down and strengthened the surrounding vigilance. At this time, Wu, Shu, Dingshan should also come back. Three of his root members posing as Tsunade's Anbu lead Uchiha Qiye into Cloud Shinobi's trap. It stands to reason that it should be resolved soon, and this time should be the time to hear the results. But now, the three have not returned. Did something happen to happen? This made Danzo feel a little uneasy in his heart. Uchiha Qiye, this little devil. If we knew that Uchiha Itachi hadn't killed him, we should have done it. It's Danzo's mistake to make a seed grow into a tree now. Damn it, over and over again. There was a little unwillingness in Danzo's eyes. Forget Uchiha Sasuke, that's Itachi's condition. Because Itachi knows many secrets of the village, they will never attack Sasuke. Itachi will tell these secrets to the enemy country, and Itachi will also betray at that time, the price Konoha cannot afford. Danzo could only agree to Itachi's condition, but this Uchiha Qiye was an accident within an accident. As early as the first time, Danzo suggested to erase the existence of Uchiha Qiye like Third Hokage, but was rejected by Third Hokage at the time. At that time, Danzo and Third Generation were still fighting with each other, but now it seems that Danzo's feeling is not wrong, and now Uchiha Qiye has become a big hidden danger. On the other side, Homura, Kaharu are still on their way. Along the way, they couldn't help but complain. Danzo Guy, set up the root base in such a remote place. If there is something going on in the village, you can't be dispatched here immediately. I really don't know what he thinks. Quote. Two adults, it's not too far. Chapter 176. Advertisement. Two adults, it's not too far away. It was the three guards of Homura and Kaharu who spoke, who were also members of the root. After the Uchiha genocide, Third Hokage dismissed Danzo Hokage as assistant and ordered him to disband the roots. But these are just empty words. If you want to rule Konoha, Third Hokage cannot do without Danzo. On the bright side, let people see his bright side, how good the policy is. In fact, behind the scenes, Danzo's roots are running like water. Because Third Generation knows that standing under the sun, there must be shadows. So who will carry this darkness for him? Danzo is the perfect candidate. Swish. Suddenly, three shuriken flew rapidly from not far away, and the air rubbed against them to produce dazzling sparks. Visible strength and speed. The three root members took advantage of the situation to pull out the long blades, clang clang clang. Blocking all the three shuriken, he shouted coldly, "Who, sneaky, come out soon." In front of Homura and Kaharu, I saw a woman in a blue robe, it was Tsunade, with a faint smile on her face. Fire! Lord Hokage. The appearance of Tsunade surprised the people with the three roots. Homura and Kaharu were even more surprised. Tsunade, why are you here? Hehe, Kaharu-sensei, can't I be here? It was unexpected for Homura and Kaharu to appear in Tsunade. According to the current time, Hokage should still be working in the office building. Tsunade is good, and came here. Who are you, Kaharu-sensei? Where are you and Homura-sensei going? Homura and Kaharu are old rivers and lakes after all. Facing Tsunade's questioning, the two of them still didn't change their faces. Ahem. We went to Danzo to discuss things about the village, but Hokage, what are you doing outside when you're not dealing with affairs in the village? Homura, Kaharu are characters from the same period as Third Hokage. Third Hokage is Tsunade's teacher. Tsunade calling them a teacher is reasonable. It's as if Naruto and the others are called Mr. Guy, Mr. Red, a reason. Homura and Kaharu have dedicated themselves to the village for so many years, they are old fritters. Facing Tsunade's doubts, they truthfully stated their purpose. There's nothing wrong with looking for Danzo. Oh, so I want to see Danzo. Tsunade lowered his voice meaningfully, and this gesture made Homura and Kaharu puzzled. If you have nothing to do, Hokage, it's important to go back to the village to deal with business affairs. Don't wander outside. I'm fine, but someone wants to see you. Who? We still have important things right now, let's change it another day. Homura and Kaharu had been advisors for years, taking a backseat from Third Hokage. Tsunade, as a junior, pointed in front of them, it made them bear it. Tsunade couldn't help but smile when he looked at the dubious expressions of the two. Two teachers, don't bother you, that person has already come. Hey, two, good afternoon. Uchiha Qiye suddenly appeared beside Tsunade and greeted Homura warmly. Advertisement. You, Uchiha Qiye. With the appearance of Uchiha Qiye, the pupils of Homura and Kaharu suddenly dilated, and their faces were full of shock. How could they have thought that Qiye would appear here, or appear here unscathed? No wonder their hearts are always strange along the way, it is because of this matter. The plan has been completely disrupted. Mitokado Homura frowned, his eyes focused on Uchiha Qiye. Uchiha Qiye, why are you here? You are not. Speaking of which, Homura paused slightly. I shouldn't be here, right? According to the two of you, I should be in the Skyline Canyon, or in the hands of Cloud Shinobi, or already a corpse, right, too. The cold tone slowly came out of Kia's mouth, and the bodies of Homura and Kaharu were both startled. They never expected Uchiha Qiye to appear here. According to the negotiation with Cloud Shinobi Village, Uchiha Qiye should be handed over, and Danzo is in charge of the manpower. Live or die, it will be delivered to Cloud Shinobi ninjas. And now, Uchiha Qiye is standing here alive, which means that the mission has failed. Both of Cloud Shinobi's two tails jinchuriki were dispatched, which also failed. The appearance of Qiye gave these two old things a headache, and things got even more difficult now. Uchiha Qiye, didn't you go to negotiate with Cloud Shinobi Ninja? Why are you here, Anbu? Who went with you? Apparently, Homura and the others knew about it, but now they pretended not to know it and thought it was an ordinary mission. Oh, you said that of those three rooted people, two of them were killed by me, and the other was still alive, but he was half dead. Qiye pointed to Ding Shan lying not far away. You actually killed Konoha's people, there is no distinction between enemy and me, Uchiha Qiye, you actually did such a thing. Things have already been revealed, and there is no need to cover up. Tisk tisk, then am I going to be a bargaining chip in exchange for peace? You two old people really think highly of me. All at once, Homura and Kaharu understood. Come to think of it, Uchiha Qiye has escaped from the trap set by the Cloud Shinobi Ninja and appeared here unscathed. This already explains the problem. Che, Cloud Shinobi's rubbish, they can't eat the meat delivered to their door, what jinchuriki is, it's just a matter of mouth. Homura was already very upset, and couldn't help complaining about the crap Cloud Shinobi. Since Uchiha Qiye knew about it, Tsunade knew it too. However, in Homura's view, there is no need to explain this matter at all. Tsunade, it seems that you already know the matter. The reason why this matter is kept from you is that you are afraid that you will not be able to make a decision. We are just helping you make a better choice. All of this is for Konoha's consideration. Tsunade thinks this statement is ridiculous. For the sake of the village, what do you mean by killing my three Anbu? This was done by the people of Danzo, and this is also for the sake of the village. For the peace of Konoha, sacrifice is inevitable. Uchiha Qiye is also one of them. It is only good for Konoha to hand him over to Cloud Shinobi, and it can also be exchanged for peace. What's wrong with that? There is no need for Konoha to fight Cloud Shinobi, and Uchiha Qiye's name will be engraved on the hero's memorial tablet. The world will always remember him and remember them as a hero. To die is to die. Tsunade and the others already knew the truth of the matter, and Homura no longer concealed it, and simply told everything and gave Tsunade a clear choice. For Konoha's consideration. Qiye sneered. When you go to hell, this is also for the sake of the village. The three Anbu had already entered a state of alert, always watching Kia's every move. Oh, you want to do it, Tsunade, what do you think? Mitokado Homura's sharp eyes glanced at Tsunade, who was waiting for an answer. Chapter 177. Advertisement. Oh, Uchiha Qiye, if you want to do it, Tsunade, as Hokage, don't you leave it alone, this kid is your appointed advisor. Mitokado Homura's sharp eyes glanced at Tsunade, who was waiting for an answer. Ha ha, as a Hokage, Tsunade has never been afraid of threats from others. What this kid does has nothing to do with me, but you two old people, really damn it. You. These remarks made Homura and Kaharu furious, their faces turning blue and white. It never occurred to them that even Tsunade wanted to get rid of them. What are they doing wrong? Homura and Kaharu don't know it themselves. Can it be wrong for the village, for Konoha, and for the land of fire? Tsunade, we misread you, didn't expect your heart to be on this kid, don't you think about the village at all? You two don't have to worry about it. Tsunade is indifferent to Kaido, his icy expression full of murderous intent. At this time, Homura and Kaharu were already a little regretful, and regretted letting Tsunade serve as the fifth Hokage. If Jiraiya or Kakashi were to be the Hokage, maybe I would listen to them. To put it bluntly, it's just a puppet. Since this puppet doesn't obey orders and loses control, is it ruined? That's ruined. Qiye walked behind Tsunade and patted her on the shoulder. Lord Hokage, let's have some tea, these two old things are handed over to me. This. Tsunade understood Qiye's stubbornness, and since he said so, Tsunade naturally stepped aside. Protect the two adults. Seeing that Uchiha Qiye was about to attack, the three guards of Homura and Kaharu stood up instantly, forming a triangular formation to surround the two old men. Humph. Homura whispered, with a look of disdain on her face. There are words in the mouth. Little devil is a little devil, still so naive, do you really think we old people are easy to bully? Mitokado Homura, you detain Kaharu as a contemporary of 3rd Hokage and Danzo, and one of 2nd Hokage's guards. In terms of strength, it has also reached the level of Kage level. Since 3rd Hokage came to power, these two have been planning everything for Konoha as think tanks. When it comes to fighting, it was decades ago. And Uchiha Qiye wants to deal with the two of them and the 3 root members alone, saying that it is arrogant and arrogant. Even if the Yellow Flash was alive, he would not dare to say such arrogant words. Now that both Uchiha Qiye and Tsunade have their intentions resolved, then Homura and Kaharu don't need to think too much. Taking down Uchiha Qiye and Tsunade here, and making Danzo the 6th Hokage, couldn't be more perfect. Doing Hokage with their characters in the same period, the ideas are the same, the political ideas are consistent, and there will not be too many differences. In fact, when the 3rd generation first died, Homura thought so and wanted Danzo to be the 5th Hokage. Danzo has coveted the Hokage position for a long time, and they know it. When 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was still around, Danzo was always on the head. In this regard, as the characters of the same period, they are not very good to say anything. But after the death of 3rd generation, Danzo turned down the role of 5th Hokage, which they didn't expect. The reason can't be questioned too much, since Danzo doesn't want to, they found Tsunade. In their eyes, Tsunade was just over a period of time, but they didn't expect things to develop to this stage. In Kia's eyes, these two old guys and Danzo were nothing more than raccoon dogs. Advertisement. In the original book, you did not appear in the Nine Tails Rebellion. You still didn't show up in the Payne Rebellion, but you were very positive when choosing Hokage. Today, these two old guys are still regarded as victims of great power politics. This old man, kill and kill. Earth style, earth flow wall. Before waiting for Kia's shot, one of the root members quickly used earth style. The ground shook, and the ground beneath Kia's feet instantly lifted him to a height of tens of meters. It's not over. Water style, water dragon bomb technique. Another root person quickly used water style, which is their joint ninjutsu, and its power is not bad. A water dragon roared up to the sky, hovering along the wall of earth style, and suddenly pounced on Uchiha Qiye. Click, click. The water dragon stopped instantly when it was still 1 meter away from Qiye. What's going on? The Anbu ninja who cast water style was horrified. At this moment, as the caster, he lost control of the water dragon. No matter how he casts the spell, the swirling water dragon is still in the air, motionless. Damn, what the hell did that kid do? Tisk tisk. There was a playful look on Kia's face, and the mere water dragon bomb was presumptuous in front of me. Click, click. The still water dragon was instantly covered by ice crystals and became an ice dragon. There was a cracking sound. Like a broken lens, the ice dragon turned into pieces of ice and fell to the ground. Uchiha Qiye above the sky, his whole body is cold. What? He took a long breath, and the cold air condensed rapidly in the air, turning into ice crystals. What kind of ability does this kid use? Earth style, water style, forced one after another, the members of the three roots gasped. It seems that Uchiha Qiye is not a good person. Homura and Kaharu also noticed all this, and their eyes narrowed slightly. No wonder it's so arrogant, it turns out to be a bit of a skill, no wonder Tsunade made you a consultant, but it's not enough. And these three Anbu people are elite ninjas with roots, and their strength is far more than that. The earth style and water style just now are just appetizers, just a small test, their true strength has not yet fully demonstrated. However, Qiye didn't have the patience to let them show their full strength. Looking down at the sentient beings with indifferent eyes, Qiye's next move is to make the three jumping clowns unable to jump again. The black pupils instantly turned into the scarlet three Tomo Sharingan, and the three Guyu pupils changed again. The three-hooked jade in the right eye has the appearance of a shuriken. God, you crushed ice. Qiye's eyes narrowed, and he directly locked on the three Anbu root members. Click, click. In the blink of an eye, two of the Anbu personnel instantly became ice sculptures, and the third person's right foot was also frozen. Terrifying killing intent enveloped the three members, and the Anbu whose right foot was frozen only felt cold all over. The icy chill made it hard for him to breathe. Hey, how are you two? He shouted eagerly to the other two, but they, who were ice sculptures, did not respond at all. At this moment, they seemed to feel that Shinigami was behind them, waving to them, but they could only standing helplessly, waiting quietly for Shinigami to harvest it all. An indifferent voice came from the sky. Crack it, divine ice. Click, click, everything will turn into nothingness. Chapter 178. Advertisement. The three cloud shinobi ninjas were surrounded by an icy chill, and two of them turned into ice sculptures. The last one was not much better, the right foot was covered with a layer of ice crystals, unable to move. The sudden freezing power caught the three of them off guard. Suddenly, an indifferent voice sounded from the sky. Crack it, divine ice. Click, click. The ice layer on the two people who were frozen quickly burst open and shattered to the ground. The whole ground was covered with broken ice, but there was no trace of the two of them. There was not a trace of scum and blood missing, and the two seemed to have disappeared out of thin air. How could this be? The Anbu member whose right foot was frozen saw this scene in disbelief, and his face was full of horror. The two living people became ice sculptures in front of him, and then the ice sculptures shattered, and the people disappeared. Suddenly, a wave of terror came to his heart, and his pupils suddenly enlarged when he looked at his right foot with doubtful eyes. What? A heart-piercing scream followed, and the ice cubes shattered to the ground. He just watched helplessly, watching his right leg disappear like this. Not a single drop of blood, just endless pain. This severe pain made him understand that this is not an illusion, this is not an illusion. This is the ability of Uchiha Qiye. Well, you just lost one foot, tisk tisk, it seems that among the three, you are the strongest. The cold voice came from the sky again, and the Anbu member knew that it was Uchiha Qiye who did it. In an instant, people fell into a frozen state, and then shattered. The limbs covered by the ice layer seemed to be assimilated by ice crystals, the ice cubes shattered, and the limbs also shattered. But it is not the muscles and bones that are broken, but the ice and snow. The Anbu member who lost a leg had a look of horror in his eyes. He never imagined that Uchiha Qiye would have such terrifying power. If it was a little later, his fate would be the same as the other two. Godly ice. It is the unique ability of Uchiha Qiye, which he used by combining the power of frozen fruit with the power of Mangekyo Sharingan. That is to say, the right pupil that activates the power of divine control will freeze everything at the focus of the pupil. Of course, the degree of freezing and the destructive power are all determined by Qiye himself. It could be a simple bondage, or it could be the shattering that froze people into molecules just now. Anbu, who just lost a leg, can only say that he responds well and has an unusually keen sense of danger. He dodged when Qiye cast the ice of the gods. Even so, his right leg was frozen, and he subsequently lost the support. This trick is somewhat similar to the principle of Amaterasu. However, Amaterasu did not kill anyone in the original book, but killed a few white Zetsu. White Zetsu, a clone of Hashirama cells, isn't even human. Qiye's magic ice is different, it can solve two of them immediately after using it, which is still very practical. Amaterasu's use is that a black flame with great destructive power will be ignited at the focus of the pupil. After the target is covered by the black flame, it will not be extinguished until it burns out. The same is true for the ice of the gods, where the pupil's focus will condense into ice. So, is that Mangekyo Sharingan? Seeing the strangeness in Uchiha Qiye's pupils, Homura and Kaharu were both startled. This time they finally understood why Qiye was so proud. It turned out that Mangekyo Sharingan had already been activated. Advertisement. The Uchiha clan with Mangekyo Sharingan is indeed not to be underestimated. No wonder Nadime called the Uchiha clan evil, now it seems I understand a little bit. Mitokado Homura muttered to himself. Uchiha Qiye's actions reminded him of second Hokage's words during his lifetime. It is said that the Uchiha family is a family with extremely strong emotions. Once this emotion erupts, it will promote the evolution of Sharingan and give it incredible power. Uchiha Madara is the same, Uchiha Izuna is the same. Even second Hokage's subordinate, their contemporaries, Uchiha Kagami. When second generation was about to intercept the golden horn and the silver horn for them, the last words had instructed to properly handle the relationship with the Uchiha family. Since it is not handled well, killing it is the safest way. That's why Uchiha Itachi appeared, and that night's bloody night of genocide. But what they didn't expect was that it wouldn't matter if Uchiha Sasuke survived that night of the genocide. After all, this was the condition they promised Itachi. Unexpectedly, there is another Uchiha Qiye who also survived, and has grown to the point where he is today. Whether it's Itachi's negligence or Uchiha Qiye's fluke, nothing can go back. Two adults, you should flee back to the village, I will stop this guy. The Anbu member who lost his right leg is still staring at Uchiha Qiye. Tisk tisk, what a good dog. Losing a leg and having difficulty moving, Qiye's next attack, he couldn't dodge even if he wanted to. Seeing that Uchiha Qiye was about to shoot again, Homura shouted. Enough, Uchiha Qiye. Click, click. Qiye completely ignored Homura's cry, the last Anbu person. In front of Homura and Kaharu, it was covered alive by ice, and then shattered to the ground. Homura thought that Uchiha Qiye was still a little afraid of their existence, but he didn't expect the opponent to play cards according to the routine and completely ignored him. Resolute and ruthless, Uchiha Qiye above the sky smiled evilly and shouted coldly, "Old man, only the two of you are left." Tsunade, who was watching the battle, glanced at Qiye, and then looked at the two old men Homura and Kaharu not far away. Tisk tisk. After a few snorts, he cast sympathetic eyes at the two old men. That kid's strength has become stronger again. It's really surprising. How did he cultivate? Is he really sleeping? Tsunade was quite emotional when he saw that Qiye had dealt with the three Anbu personnel in just a few breaths. Every time Qiye makes a move, it always surprises me. Even if you know wood style yourself, it will be even more difficult to catch up with this little devil. Uchiha Qiye's eyes suddenly narrowed above the sky, and Homura was shocked by this change. He shouted. Kaharu, don't look him in the eyes, that guy can use Mangekyo's illusion. Woo, woo. By the time Mitokado Homura realized it, it was too late. Mangekyo God Control. Uchiha Kaharu has been watching Uchiha Qiye's every move, and when she knew Qiye was about to attack, it was too late. Just such a slight negligence allowed Qiye to find a loophole. Now Uchiha Kaharu is immersed in the illusion of Uchiha Qiye, her will is controlled by Qiye. Qiye did not destroy with spirit, but controlled with spirit. Now Qiye has another puppet in his hands. Uchiha Kaharu and Mitokado Homura have been together for many years, so they must be getting along. Let them, husbands and wives, fight in civil war, and outsiders can watch the show. It was only at this moment that Mitokado Homura panicked. Chapter 179. Advertisement. At this time, in the secret base of Root, Danzo felt a little anxious in his heart. He said softly, "Strange, I just got the news, Homura, Kaharu, these two guys said they were looking for me for something, why haven't they come at this time? My three subordinates escorted them here, and it is reasonable to say that they should have come here at this time. Is it possible that they were delayed by something? Things are getting weirder and weirder lately, but the center of the weirdness is inseparable from that man, Uchiha Qiye. The Uchiha clan are truly a clan that cannot be relaxed." Wu, Shu, and Dingshan handed Uchiha Qiye over to the Cloud Shinobi Ninja, and logically they should be back now. The people of their roots have always acted in a rigorous and orderly manner, abiding by every regulation and every detail. Exceeding the specified time and no feedback information has come, it only means that something major has happened. Danzo doesn't believe it. With Cloud Shinobi led by Futao Jinchuriki and his three capable subordinates, he can't solve a single Uchiha kid. Uchiha evil kid. If it weren't for the promise with Itachi, if Uchiha Sasuke started Sharingan, Danzo would have wanted to do it right away. Sharingan, one more is not much for him. After all, his experiments with Orochimaru required a lot of Sharingan experimentation. Attaching Sharingan to an arm with first-generation cells was not so easy to succeed. The Uchiha family lost so many people, Danzo took back so many Sharingan. Only a few were successfully transplanted, and the rest became waste. It became the waste product of Danzo's trial of Izanagi. Lord Danzo, the two advisors Homura and Kaharu haven't come over yet. They must have been delayed by something in the village. Would you like me to go back to the village to take a look? Yamanaka letter echoed. Hearing this, Danzo pondered for a while. No, You don't have to go with those 3 people by their side. Homura, Kaharu is not what Danzo is most worried about. What makes Danzo uneasy is Uchiha Qiye. Wu, Shu, and Dingshan haven't returned. Did that kid Uchiha Qiye really escape? On the other hand, Uchiha Kaharu has fallen into the illusion of Uchiha Qiye and cannot extricate himself. So angry that Mitokado Homura's face turned ashen, he shouted. Uchiha Qiye, what the hell did you do? Elder Homura, what else can there be? The illusions of the Uchiha family. Why, with my wife for so many years, don't you want to try her strength? With a smile, Qiye pointed to Uchiha Kaharu beside him. Homura almost suffered a myocardial infarction after hearing Qiye's words. Tsunade on the side couldn't help but snicker. This little devil has a really good mentality. Suddenly, Uchiha Kaharu took the kunai in his hand and stabbed Homura in the heart. Needless to say, Homura was taken aback by Kaharu's surprise attack. Because it is not her own will, the attack method is a little single. Homura jumped back slightly, dodging the attack. Next, it is to the point where you are chasing me. Kaharu ran towards Homura with kunai, and Homura just avoided it. He knew that Kaharu was caught in Uchiha's illusion, and all actions were involuntary. Advertisement. After working with Kaharu for many years, Homura couldn't bear to hurt Kaharu again, so there is this ironic scene. Homura is chased by Kaharu all over the street. You chase me, 2 old things, the picture is not good. Before long, both Mitokado Homura and Uchiha Kaharu were out of breath. However, Kaharu was like a robot, ignoring his own weakness, still chasing after Homura and launching a fierce attack on him. He exhausted me. Facing Kaharu's surging offensive, blindly avoiding is not the way. Homura gritted his teeth, and it was impossible for Kaharu to wake up from the illusion. Because now her actions are completely controlled by Uchiha Qiye. Then only the second method can be used to dispel the illusion. There are 2 ways for ordinary people to release the illusion. One is to stop the flow of their own chakra when they know that they are in the illusion. Second, if the first method doesn't work, a teammate can solve it all, and let the partner inject their own chakra into the body of the illusionist, disrupting the flow of chakra, so that the other party can wake up from the illusion. Homura uses the second method. Because Qiye controls Kaharu, it's not like impure world reincarnation. Kaharu can't exert his own strength at all. Easily restrained by Homura's water-style water prison technique in a few rounds, when he injects his own chakra into Kaharu. However, he suddenly discovered that no matter how much he bet, or how much chakra bet, it was useless in Kaharu's body. The illusion of this Mangekyo Sharingan cannot be viewed as a conventional illusion. I don't know who is naive. Seeing that his method was ineffective, Homura stared at Uchiha Qiye with fierce eyes. That look made me want to eat Qiye. Facing Homura's fierce eyes, Qiye just snorted a few times. Of course, his control of Kaharu is not expected to kill Mitokado Homura. This kind of mental control really can't use Kaharu's power. Qiye is just doing nothing, just want to tease these 2 old guys. I just want to see them in a state of desperation and helplessness. Controlling Kaharu to fight is really tasteless. I have played it, and now, it is time to make him fight a little more seriously. Uchiha Qiye, everyone is a Konoha shinobi, do you really want to do this? Mitokado Homura, who had been fierce in front of him, has now softened his attitude. Seeing what he meant, he seemed to want to negotiate with Qiye. Stop talking. Uchiha Qiye has no time to talk nonsense with him. If it weren't for his invincible strength, if he were an ordinary ninja, he would have been mourned in the Tianjin Canyon long ago, and he would have become a victim of political diplomacy. What lineup does the opponent have? Jinchuriki Erway plus a group of elite cloud shinobi ninjas, the 3 around him are still 2 or 5. Even if the genius Kakashi goes, I'm afraid he will be planted there. Old guy, are you talking to me about your fellow villagers and the same fetters? Why didn't you think so when you took me as a victim? Homura lifted the water prison technique, and Kaharu fell silently to the ground. He glanced at the drenched Kaharu, and the clothes that fit his skin framed Uchiha Kaharu's figure exquisitely. To be honest, Homura is already feasting. For decades, he had never seen Kaharu's body. He murmured in his heart, Kaharu, wait for me for a while, and when I solve this kid, you will be able to get out of the illusion. Qiye's figure slowly floated down from the sky. Clap his hands, the scarlet Sharingan stared straight at Mitokado Homura, terrifying. Once you get rid of this old guy, the next one is Danzo. 6 at. Chapter 180. Advertisement. The Land of Thunder, Cloud Shinobi Village. 4th Raikage looked into the depths of the white clouds with a solemn expression. In order to deal with Uchiha Qiye, their Cloud Shinobi village can be said to have completely sacrificed this time. They agreed to many harsh conditions of konaha. Since Cloud Shinobi established the village, when have they suffered such a shame? For Uchiha Qiye, this time they have to deal with it. For this reason, Fourth Raikage also specially sent Erway and Wooden Golem to the northern part of the Land of Fire to participate in this operation. You know, in terms of strength, Wooden Golem is second only to himself and his younger brother Eight Tails Killer Bee in their Cloud Shinobi village. As the perfect jinchuriki, she can fully use the power of the two tails. This time, Raikage made a great determination to let her out. Generally speaking, being a jinchuriki is not allowed to leave the village. Eight Tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee was locked up for many years because of his playfulness. Jinchuriki leaves the village, most of them will be seen by other ninja villages, and they will intercept and capture them. This is the usual method of other ninja villages. Three Tails was cut off by Konaha because he was not in Kurigakure. So Raikage is very cautious about the use of jinchuriki. Don't be afraid of 10,000, just be afraid of what? But this time, in order to deal with Uchiha Qiye, Cloud Shinobi Village went out of their way. Who let the man Uchiha Qiye bring the Cloud Shinobi Village to shame and make him the Raikage disgrace? Not only did he cede the land, he also lost tens of millions of tails, and he also taught Konaha to become the perfect jinchuriki how to control the power of the tailed beast. Of course, it is impossible to teach. Raikage just said it casually. Konaha has 9 tails, and 9 tails is the strongest tailed beast in the world. It would be amazing to let Konaha's jinchuriki completely control the power of the tailed beast. That is undoubtedly the biggest threat to their Cloud Shinobi village. As Raikage, I does not allow such a threat to exist. Because Uchiha Qiye caused their Cloud Shinobi village to suffer heavy losses through this war, several elite Jonin died at the hands of Uchiha. From Moore, Brasabi, who started with robbing eyes, to more in the war, Sam Malloy and so on. These ninjas are the elite cadres of Cloud Shinobi village, but all died in the hands of one person. How can this not make Raikage atmosphere? So this time, Raikage went for it. Let Futao Jinchuriki lead the elite ninjas of Cloud Shinobi village to set traps in the most terrain. All that's left is to wait silently, waiting for Konoha Anbu's people to send Uchiha Qiye into this trap. Then their Cloud Shinobi operation is a success. Yes, from this point of view, their Cloud Shinobi mission has indeed succeeded. The people of Konohagen did send Uchiha Qiye into the trap. However, Raikage may not have imagined that this time, this operation will cost his wife and lose his troops again. Not only did Uchiha Qiye not get rid of it, the Cloud Shinobi ninjas they went to the Land of Fire were also wiped out. The strongest two-tailed jinchuriki also died because the tailed beast escaped. And now the two tails have completely become wild-tailed beasts. Of course, when Raikage finds out, this will be another story. On Konoha's side, since the fall of Uchiha Kaharu, only Uchiha Qiye, Mitokado Homura and Tsunade were left to watch the show. Let Uchiha Kaharu tease the old guy and that's enough. Mitokado Homura keeps an eye on Uchiha Qiye's actions. In order to avoid Sharingan's illusion, he tried not to meet his eyes. At this moment, a majestic killing intent rolled in from Uchiha Qiye. Homura until, the other party is targeting him. And Uchiha Qiye, who has Mangekyo Sharingan, already has the strength of Cage level, so he can't be careless. The three-hook jade in Kia's right eye changed again, forming the appearance of a shuriken. The center of the shuriken is a black dot, and the focus is on Mitokado Homura. Godly ice. Click, click. In an instant, the trees behind Mitokado Homura turned into an ice sculpture, a work of art, and burst open with a clatter. And Mitokado Homura has already used the body flicker technique to dodge aside. Not just an ordinary body flicker technique, but an advanced body flicker technique that gathers a lot of chakra on the feet and moves them at high speed. After just one use, the Mitokado Homura was already gasping for breath. Getting older is one aspect, and the advanced body flicker technique just now really made him consume a lot. A slight smile appeared on Kia's handsome face, and he murmured softly, "Old man, the speed is quite fast." Of course, it was the first time that Qiye used the ice of the gods, and he was not skilled. On the other hand, Mitokado Homura is a character from the same period as third generation after all, and still has 2 brushes. It's not easy for an old thing to have such a speed. It's rare for young people to have such an ability. No, just now the two of them were fighting to the death, and in the next round, the two of them touted each other again. Mitokado Homura thought, Uchiha Qiye must not be able to use this Amaterasu-like ability multiple times. And a terrifying attack like this would definitely cost a lot. When Uchiha Qiye is bound by the side effects of Mangekyo Sharingan, it is time for him to do it. From what he knew about the Uchiha clan, he knew that the ability to use Mangekyo Sharingan was subject to many side effects. However, these may be useful to ordinary Uchiha people. But Mitokado Homura faced Uchiha Qiye. It can no longer be judged by common sense. Because of sleeping, the side effects of Qiye Mangekyo Sharingan have completely disappeared. Whether the Mangekyo Sharingan's ability is used or not depends only on Qiye's physical strength and chakra. What Qiye lacks the most is physical strength and chakra. Suffice to say, Mitokado Homura's good days are over. This kind of ability to kill people at a glance is simply not too cool. In terms of practicality, Shenyu's ice is much stronger than Amaterasu. Amaterasu will also have side effects, too much eye blindness. And Qiye doesn't have to worry about side effects at all when using Shenyu ice. Seeing that Uchiha Qiye didn't make a move, Mitokado Homura grinned. Boy, that kind of ability just took a lot of chakra. Don't think that you can use more when you are young. Young people still need to be restrained. In the long history of Uchiha, there are many people who have gone blind due to excessive use of Mangekyo Sharingan abilities. Oh, old man, intemperance is sometimes spoken by you old man. A sarcastic expression appeared on Kia's face. Since the old thing is so rampant, he will stare to death, and let him die in the hands of the ability that he thinks Uchiha Qiye is the most unlikely to use. At this time, Qiye slowly closed his eyes. Mitokado Homura was a little puzzled. What do you want to do, boy? Now he can't control that anymore, since Uchiha Qiye closed his eyes. Rather than passively evading, it is better to take the initiative and take the lead. Thinking of this, Mitokado Homura quickly made a seal. Fire style, fire dragon roar. 2 fire dragons suddenly spewed out of Homura's mouth, and the dragon roared. The surrounding temperature became extremely hot in an instant, and the 2 fire dragons rushed towards Uchiha Qiye with a shocking force. Hoo-hoo. The fire dragon formed by the flames burned a large area of trees, and this irritatingly hot temperature made Qiye quite unhappy. 2 fire dragons swirled around and attacked him. Even so, Uchiha Qiye remained motionless. Suddenly, the scarlet pane suddenly opened. Advertisement. Click, click. Wherever the line of sight touched, the 2 fire dragons were frozen into ice dragons. How is this possible? Mitokado Homura's face changed suddenly, and his heart was even more shocked. Just now he saw the power of Uchiha Qiye, which is similar to Bing Dun. But he knew that this was not an ice escape, and the Uchiha family had no such boundaries. Therefore, it can only be speculated that it is the strength of the Mangekyo Sharingan. But what Mitokado Homura didn't expect was that this freezing power could make the fire freeze. The flame is an invisible thing that can be seen but cannot be touched. Uchiha Qiye can make the flame freeze, which is too terrifying. Ice is water. Fire and water are mutually reinforcing. Hot flames can melt ice and water can put out fires. But let the invisible flame freeze. This is the first time Mitokado Homura has seen. This kid's ability is too weird, he must not be caught by his sight. Snapped. Qiye punched directly, shattering the 2 flame ice crystals that had frozen in front of him. It's not over yet, he's going to stare Mitokado Homura to death. Godly ice. Fortunately, Mitokado Homura was prepared and jumped to the other side with the advanced body flicker technique in advance. In its original position, the large stone behind it quickly froze, and then shattered into ice cubes on the ground. There is no residue left in the stone, only ice crystals are left. This kind of terrifying ability makes people feel cold inside. Seeing this scene, Mitokado Homura couldn't help but sigh. If you are hit by this attack, there is absolutely no possibility of surviving. This kid, it's almost the limit. Continuous use of such a powerful ability is a great drain on both the body and the chakra. The big move Mitokado Homura thought was just Kia's flat A. He didn't expect that Qiye didn't mean to stop at all, and locked his eyes on his side again. Godly ice. Click, click. The big tree where Mitokado Homura was located instantly turned into an ice sculpture again, which quickly froze and shattered. He himself ran away with the advanced body flicker technique. It wasn't over yet, Qiye continued to capture his movements. Godly ice. Godly ice. Godly ice. ... After saying important things 3 times, Qiye just stared blankly, locking in Mitokado Homura's position from time to time. Qiye just wanted to stare him, staring and his eyes wouldn't dry. Look at the chakra you're consuming with the advanced body flicker technique or the chakra I'm consuming with the Mangekyo Sharingan. Comparing Qiye with blueness, it is seeking death. After using the advanced body flicker technique many times, Mitokado Homura hid behind a tree, breathing heavily. The complexion was extremely pale, and the continuous use of the advanced body flicker technique made his chakra exhausted. This kid, can't he run out of chakra? No, Mitokado Homura is completely dead, and he will be exhausted if he hides like this. Comparing physical strength with young people is still not enough. There is only one way now, use the body flicker technique to get close to the kid. Combat at medium and long distances is not my advantage. Thinking of this, Mitokado Homura strengthened his thoughts even more. As for Qiye, the continuous use of the ice of the gods has made him more and more proficient. I believe that after a few uses, he will be able to stare the old thing Mitokado Homura. With his eyes fixed, Kiye's Mangekyo Sharingan glared at the big tree that Mitokado Homura was hiding. At. Click, click. The big tree froze quickly and then shattered. And the ghostly figure of Mitokado Homura, swaying back and forth from left to right, quickly attacked Uchiha Qiye. Homura's purpose couldn't be clearer. Tisk tisk, old man, do you want to fight me close? You have an idea, but I still want to stare at you. Godly ice. Godly ice. Godly ice. Qiye cast the ice of the gods 3 times in a row, all of which were dodged by Mitokado Homura one by one. Seeing that Qiye was no longer attacking, Homura knew that it was time for him to fight back. Now he is only about 5 meters away from Qiye. The continuous use of the advanced body flicker technique makes his chakra exhausted. It would be a great disadvantage for him to procrastinate, and the battle must be resolved quickly. A sharp kunai appeared in his right hand and stabbed Uchiha Qiye's chest suddenly. Clang. At the same time as Kuei stabbed, a white skeleton surrounded Uchiha Qiye. The collision between kunai and the skeleton made a metallic sound, loud and clear. See, your attack is blocked by this mysterious skeleton. Mitokado Homura looked shocked. This is Susanoo. The experienced Homura saw the horror of this white skeleton at a glance. Suddenly, a majestic chill rolled in. The chill pierced Homura's skin and made it extremely cold. A deep unease came over him, and when Homura was about to retreat, it was too late. Its small body has been caught by Qiye White Susa's huge skeleton hand. Mitokado Homura tried his best, but still couldn't break free from Susanoo's shackles. Qiye is not talking nonsense, the ice of the gods. Click, click. I saw Mitokado Homura's body froze quickly and then shattered. With a bang, a cloud of white smoke rose from the giant skeleton's hand. Body replacement technique. Advanced body replacement technique. Qiye smiled. Is this Homura old man optical escape ninjutsu? First is the instant body, then is the substitute. Not to mention, applying these ordinary ninjutsu to ultimate can really make a difference. But obviously, Mitokado Homura didn't really escape, because there was still a mass of crushed ice on the ground. Apparently it was left behind when he escaped. Mitokado Homura's slender figure appeared not far away, and his face was extremely pale at this time, as if he could not hold it anymore. Because his right hand has been abolished by Qiye. No matter how fast the body replacement technique has just been used, Qiye still finds a flaw and freezes it directly. Qiye looked around, and now he has no idea of playing hide and seek with Homura. The ice of the gods was activated again, and the area of Mitokado Homura was frozen into ice and snow. Chapter 181. Advertisement. Mitokado Homura fought back the pain of losing an arm and kept an eye on Uchiha Qiye's actions. All this happened so suddenly. Godly ice. I saw Uchiha Qiye stare suddenly, and the area where Homura was located was icy and snowy. At this moment, Homura was completely stupid. This kid, don't you want to use Chakra's ability? Using this trick of the ice of the gods without any interval, no one can beat it. As for Qiye, the use of the ice of the gods has become more and more mature, and it has accurately locked the position of the old Homura. Homura, who lost a hand, was far slower than before, and this time, he never escaped Qiye's divine ice again. He watched helplessly as his body was frozen, and then with a click, it shattered to the ground, leaving no bones. One of the top executives of Konaha, and a veteran of the same period as the third generation, just died. It has also been used as a tool for Qiye to practice skills, and now Qiye can use the ice of the gods with ease. Homura is dead, what is the use of Kaharu alone in the world? Let her go to hell with her wife. Godly ice. Qiye's Mangekyo Sharingan glanced again at Uchiha Kaharu, who fell to the ground. Click, click. I saw Kaharu's body froze quickly and then shattered. Tisk. Konaha's 2 major advisory groups ended their life in such an embarrassing way. It's not good for them to provoke anyone, but they provoke Uchiha Qiye. They also tried to use Qiye as a victim of political diplomacy, which was their biggest mistake. Having lived so long is enough. They didn't know until they died, that third Hokage's death was in some ways caused by Uchiha Qiye. If Qiye hadn't sent Orochimaru and the others to Konaha, third Hokage wouldn't have had this catastrophe. But he died at the hands of Orochimaru, it was doomed. Uchiha Qiye just moved the timeline forward. Several old-time rubbish from Konaha have been cleaned up by Uchiha Qiye. To fight outsiders, you must first settle down, and the rest are only Danzo and his roots. Tsunade walked over with a smile. Little devil, I just found out that you are much stronger than before. That's natural, otherwise I wouldn't be able to escape from Cloud Shinobi's trap. In terms of strength, Qiye is never humble. By the way, how do you explain the death of the 2 elders of Kaharu, Homura and Kaharu to the village? Qiye smiled. Then that's none of my business, it's your Hokage's business. Humph. Tsunade couldn't help but rolled his eyes at him. You are happy to kill, and leave all the mess after the incident to me. This is not to do that, You are happy and I am happy too. This is why you are happy and I am very unhappy. Is Qiye the kind of ruthless person? Of course not. He suggested to Tsunade. There are many ways to solve it. 1. If you don't do anything, you will disappear when you disappear. The presence of the two old guys in the village is not strong at all. And my freezing power makes them dead, and they can't even find the scum, just let it be. 2. Add a crime to them and convict the village for collaborating with the enemy. This is real, and there are both personal and physical evidence. No one will complain if such a serious crime is killed. 3. I can't think of it for the time being. Advertisement. Tsunade also thought about it seriously, and this is also a method. Uchiha Qiye escaped from the Shinigami Gorge, plus the death of Cloud Shinobi Jinchuriki, and the death of the two high-rise Konaha. Cloud Shinobi wants to sign an alliance treaty with Konaha, which is absolutely impossible. When Raikage heard the news, he probably couldn't wait to fight Konaha again. After all, in this negotiation, he lost his wife and soldiers, and lost a lot of elite ninjas. Even the perfect Jinchuriki from Wooden Golem is gone, losing the power of a tailed beast, which is a great loss to the combat power of Cloud Shinobi village. I am afraid that when the Genin world, the strongest country, the strongest village, is not the land of thunder, Cloud Shinobi village. Uchiha Qiye, the man destined to engrave Cloud Shinobi village in the history of humiliation. In a word, it's best not to mess with Uchiha, otherwise you'll have nothing to do. Homura and Kaharu are two people who will die. Qiye is a man who will be punished. When others reach out and push him into the abyss, he climbs up and thank them for failing. Danzo. Speaking of Danzo, Tsunade's pretty face is also full of dignified colors. This guy hidden in the darkness of Konaha, the ghost knows what he and his roots are doing behind the scenes. Don't say Tsunade doesn't know, even third Hokage, who was at the same time as Danzo. I don't know exactly what Danzo did or endured in the darkness of Konaha. Danzo's gloom and ambition, among the Konaha shinobi, cannot be concealed. Every ninja of Konaha, when he sees Danzo, he gives people a very obscure feeling, very cold and unapproachable. Tsunade looked at Qiye with beautiful eyes. Boy, do you know where Danzo is? He's not in the village now. A sinister smile appeared on the corner of Uchiha Qiye's mouth. Of course, these two old people are here to discuss things with Danzo. As for Danzo's location, I can find it with my eyes closed. This is not Qiye bragging, he really felt it with his eyes closed. Let's go, my Hokage-sama, I'll take you there, and bring the members of that root with me. It's all here, Qiye doesn't want to be in the ink anymore, it's better to deal with Danzo and the others quickly. Call. Suddenly, a mighty chakra poured out of Uchiha Qiye's body. The majestic chakra quickly transformed into a white skeleton, and then the skeleton changed again. Armor, Wutiangu, meridians, and flesh and blood are formed one by one. Whole body Susanoo, shown again in the world. This can cut off the power of all things, looking down at all living beings. Tsunade at this moment was completely stunned. In front of this complete Susanoo, she is like an ant. The shocked expression couldn't help but sigh. Okay, it's big. Is this kid's Susanoo? It's just too powerful. In front of such a perfect Susanoo, Tsunade finally realizes his insignificance. She and Uchiha Qiye's strength are no longer in the same dimension, there is a gap in front of her that can never be crossed. Tsunade only gets as close as possible, never beyond. A touching arc appeared on Tsunade's face. The man she saw was so unparalleled and so powerful. Qiye inserted Tsunade between the eyebrows of the white Susa. Excited Tsunade looked around, the whole Susanoo was as high as a mountain, high enough to overlook everything. With Uchiha Qiye by his side, Tsunade felt like life, this feeling is really wonderful. Qiye smiled lightly and said calmly, Lord Hokage, stand still. Wow. Suddenly, Susanoo's huge white wings soared. The white Shura was high in the sky, galloping away into the distance. Chapter 182. Advertisement. The Land of Fire, Konaha Village. Uchiha Qiye's huge white Susanoo caught the attention of the Konaha Perception Department. Among them, Yamanaka Kaiichi is the main one. He just felt a majestic chakra in the east of Konaha, drifting away, and finally disappearing. The thick and majestic chakra made his heart palpitate as a perceptive ninja. Fortunately, it was outside the village. If this majestic chakra appeared in Konaha, he would be fine if he didn't perceive it. Once he sensed it, he would not be able to withstand the impact of this powerful chakra, and he would probably faint unexpectedly. This majestic chakra made Yamanaka Kaiichi particularly profound. Even when the Nine Tails attacked Konaha, the evil chakra of the Nine Tails was probably a little worse than this. Damn, Konaha has been very eventful recently. Yamanaka High clenched his teeth, and he didn't even know if this mighty chakra was a human or a tailed beast. Nine Tails is already the strongest tailed beast, is there a stronger tailed beast than Nine Tails chakra? He didn't know, it would be even more surprising if it wasn't a tailed beast, but a ninja. Human chakra is stronger than tailed beast, or nine tails. At least so far, Yamanaka Kaiichi has never been seen. Because of the perception enchantment, their perception department has been able to extend the perception range to the periphery of Konoha, but only some powerful chakras can perceive it. The distance is too far, and this powerful chakra is very unfamiliar. Yamanaka Kaiichi does not know whether it is a human or a tailed beast. Captain Hiei, what was that just now? Not only Yamanaka Kai was surprised, but even several other perception personnel were shocked. Compared to those young people, Yamanaka Kai is an old fritter. It can shock Yamanaka Kaiichi, let alone the other team members. There was already a dense layer of fine sweat on his face, and the powerful chakra impact just now was really terrifying. Captain Hiei, is that powerful chakra a tailed beast? This, Yamanaka Kai thought for a while, after all, he wasn't sure. This powerful chakra has never been perceived, and I don't know if it's a tailed beast or. The following guess Yamanaka Kaiichi didn't dare to say it, his heart was pounding at that moment. Call. Everyone took a steady breath and calmed down. Captain Hiei, the mighty chakra that radiated from the east side of the village just now couldn't be nine tails, right? In Konoha village, they all know that nine tails is the jinchuriki of Konoha. And Naruto is not regarded as jinchuriki, but is regarded by the villagers as the incarnation of the demon fox. This is also the reason why he suffers so many scorns. Nine tails. Yamanaka Kaiichi thought about it carefully, it was impossible. These young people are unfamiliar with Nine Tails chakra, who once almost destroyed Konoha, and he is all too familiar with it. This chakra is far from being as evil as Nine Tails, on the contrary, it is unusually flat and gentle, giving people a feeling of being as good as water. If Nine Tails can emit such a powerful chakra, it means that it has broken the seal and is completely liberated. That kind of meeting would be a disaster for Konoha, but that's not the case. Nine Tails is still quietly in Naruto's body. You little bastards, don't make blind guesses, it makes people panic. I have reported the vision just now to Anbu, and they will deal with it. Among them, there were those who continued to ask. Captain Hiei, do you think it is not the chakra of the tailed beast, but the ninjas? As soon as the words came out, there was a burst of laughter. Advertisement. Haha, Genya, you should be a god, which ninja has such a strong chakra? Yes, as the Senju clan, first Hokage Hashirama-sama, who is known as the god of ninjas, may not be able to do this. It's funny, Genya, you said that this is chakra emitted by ninjas, which ninja has such a skill, find out, if it's true, I'll wash my hair upside down immediately, haha. HMPH. You really have fun, work is already boring, thanks to you. ... Everyone was talking, and Nia's words really enlivened the originally boring atmosphere in the perception department. Che, you guys, what can't happen in this ninja world, you are too naive. The ninja named Genya pouted, facing everyone's ridicule, he didn't care at all. If he is right, believe in miracles. Cough cough. The serious Yamanaka Kai immediately coughed a few times, interrupting their conversation. Okay, that's it, we are responsible for the security of the village, don't be careless. After Yamanaka Kaiichi's reprimand, the perception department gradually became quiet again. Yamanaka Kaiichi's dignified eyes looked into the distance, and he mumbled involuntarily. Actually, as I said, it's not impossible, the power of ninjas is sometimes much stronger than that of tailed beasts. Although Yamanaka Kaiichi has never seen first Hokage, it is not unreasonable for first generation to pacify the troubled world with a wood style, divide the tailed beast, and establish a system of one country and one village. And first Hokage, as a Senju clan, is the descendant of Sage of Six Paths, and possessing a powerful chakra is the characteristic of this clan. The same goes for their close relatives, the Uzumaki clan. The fluctuation of the powerful chakra just now, maybe first generation can really do it. Of course, this is just Yamanaka Kaiichi's idea. Now that first Hokage is dead, does anyone in the ninja world really have such a terrifying chakra? It doesn't matter whether it's a ninja or a tailed beast. At least from the beginning, the huge chakra did not cause harm to Konoha. It's not that there are many chakras, the amount of chakra is amazing, this ninja is powerful. But powerful ninjas, in general, chakra are not less, especially those of the Six Paths level. Yamanaka Kaiichi thought it over carefully. I have to tell Hokage-sama about this immediately. Nia, is Hokage-sama in the office building? Captain Hiei, there was news from Anbu just now that Hokage-sama was out on business, and Shizune-sama was there to handle things. Damn it, Lord Hokage, at this time. Even if the powerful chakra did not cause harm to Konoha, the unknown danger must be handled with caution. Hokage building, Shizune looked at the documents on the table intently. Dudu beside him was half squatting on the table, and he was screaming. Sir Shizune, News just came from the Perception Department. The Department of Perception. What's the matter? It is said that an extremely powerful chakra suddenly appeared in the east of the village, comparable to the tailed beast. No, they said it even surpassed the tailed beast, and then slowly disappeared. Chakra surpasses the level of the tailed beast. Hearing this news, Shizune's face froze suddenly. Are Tsunade-sama and Kie-sama there? In Shizune's heart, he was quite sure that this powerful chakra must be related to Tsunade and Kie. But now she has her own task, she can't get away, she can only trust Tsunade and Kie. Chapter 183. Advertisement. The Land of Fire, Konaha Village. Kakashi. Guy, do you feel it? Guy. Kakashi, what do you feel? Oh, it's really you. You want to avoid my challenge on purpose, right? Kakashi, yo, real men never run away. Facing the fiery guy, Kakashi couldn't help rolling his eyes. Even if he wasn't a sensory ninja, Kakashi could feel the powerful chakra wave outside the village just now. This is the keen sense of being a good ninja. The most important point is that. Thinking of this, Kakashi turned to Guy, who was giving him a thumbs up. Guy, even if you didn't feel it, you should have seen it. See what? Kakashi, don't say that there are any, come and fight me. This guy, didn't you see that huge white figure? White figure. Guy thought about it carefully, and there was indeed a huge white figure in the east of the village just now, but it disappeared in a short time. Guy was puzzled, but didn't know what it was. That's right, just now, Kakashi not only felt that huge chakra, but also saw that huge white figure. That white figure stood between heaven and earth like Shira. Even if he saw it for a moment, it made Kakashi's heart palpitate. And the huge white figure and the inexplicably powerful chakra are in the same direction. That would be intriguing. Damn it, what the hell is that thing? Because of the mission, Kakashi and Guy came to Hokage's office together. Hey, it's Shizune, where's Hokage-sama? Seeing Shizune presiding over the big picture here, Kakashi was puzzled. Kakashi has not seen Tsunade leave since Tsunade took office. It was the first time that Shizune was dealing with things here, Kakashi. It seems that something big has happened in the village. Kakashi, Guy, you came just in time. There is news from the Perception Department that there is an unusually powerful chakra on the east side of Dongzi. Now let you and Guy follow these three Anbu to find out the reason for the next thing. Sure enough, even the people in the Perception Department sensed it. With Hokage away, Shizune seemed so calm, something big must have happened. Guy tapped Kakashi with his elbow. Yo, Kakashi, your intuition seems to be accurate. Something must have happened in the east of the village. Swish. With a movement, Kakashi, Guy and the three Anbu personnel instantly turned into a cloud of white smoke and disappeared in place. Shizune's heart was praying at the same time. Lord Hokage, Lord Kie, don't you have anything to do? At the same time, Kie and Tsunade in the full-body Susanoo flew for a while and landed in a forest. Little devil, are you here? Tsunade gave Kie a suspicious look. Well, here it is, let me call out that old Danzo. Snapped. Suddenly, the whole body Susanoo raised his right foot and stepped on it suddenly, the whole earth seemed to tremble. Old dog Danzo, don't hide, come out for me. The long and provocative voice echoed through the forest and was enduring. Kie, who is completely Susanoo, ignores everything. Advertisement. In Gen's secret base, Danzo and the others were startled by the shaking of the ground just now. Well, what's going on here? Yamanaka's whole body trembled. Lord Danzo, there seems to be a huge chakra outside, and. Old Danzo, get out of here. Kie's voice spread through the forest again, and this time, Danzo and the others finally heard it. This voice can't be wrong, it's Uchiha Qiye. Danzo's face sank, and the presence of Uchiha Qiye here means that their negotiation with Cloud Shinobi has completely failed. How is this possible, this damn brat? At this time, Wu, Shu and Dingshan, who went to see Cloud Shinobi with Uchiha Qiye, have been able to explain the problem. In order to let Hokage relax his vigilance, Uchiha Qiye can go to Cloud Shinobi smoothly. Danzo, their roots are also exhausted. The three who killed Tsunade Anbu didn't say anything, but let Wu and Shu disguise themselves as Tsunade's Anbu with secret magic, and sent Uchiha Qiye to Cloud Shinobi. Unexpectedly, Cloud Shinobi had already set up a trap there and waited for Uchiha Qiye to jump in, but he still let him escape. Damn, did the old man miscalculate? At this time, Danzo had countless kinds of remorse welling up in his heart, knowing that Uchiha Qiye had survived at the hands of Itachi and survived the night of the genocide. At that time, they should have started to get rid of this Uchiha's future troubles. No one thought that things would happen to this point. Click, click. Danzo clenched his fists. The crap of Cloud Shinobi can't even handle a Uchiha kid. Wu, Shu, they have not come back at this time, it can only mean that they have been poisoned by Uchiha Qiye. As for those Cloud Shinobi ninjas, Danzo doesn't know what's going on. At least these 3 subordinates of his own, he can already conclude that there is no possibility of surviving. Futao Jinchuriki plus a group of Cloud Shinobi ninjas, and prepared traps, and 3 of their own roots, can't even deal with a Uchiha kid. This is unbelievable. Cloud Shinobi's by Wooden Golem is also a perfect Jinchuriki, able to fully use the power of 2 tails. Actually, the little devil was still brought back to life. Danzo doesn't care about the process, he only cares about the result. He didn't know what happened to Cloud Shinobi, but the result was obvious. Uchiha Qiye survived, and was still clamoring outside, making it clear that the trouble to find their roots was coming. Lord Danzo, let's go out and clean up that arrogant kid. In the secret base of the root, Yamanaka Shin, Yamanaka Wind, and Aburame are all here to take their roots, and this base is the main place for their root activities. Danzo is a cautious person, Uchiha Qiye must have come prepared to dare to call Homura in their roots. Otherwise, as an excellent ninja, it would never be possible to do such a stupid thing. Danzo guessed that Uchiha Qiye must have known about the series of things that he was sacrificed and the trade goods were given to Cloud Shinobi Village. That's why I came here to find trouble with him, to vent my dissatisfaction. I wonder if the Tsunade woman knows. Danzo muttered softly. Uchiha Qiye is Tsunade's hand-picked advisor, and Tsunade as Hokage is unaware of the series of conditions offered by Cloud Shinobi Village. Tsunade is definitely on Uchiha Qiye's side if this is revealed. If that's the case, they won't be good at all, and if Tsunade gets serious, I'm afraid they will be the enemy of the entire Konoha. Hokage, it was supposed to be my Danzo's position, but Tsunade got a bargain, it's time to reform. If Tsunade also knew and wanted to eradicate himself, then Danzo doesn't have any more ideas, get rid of Tsunade, he is Konoha's 6th Hokage. Chapter 184. Advertisement. Since Uchiha Qiye took the initiative to send it to the door this time, then he, Danzo, will never be soft-hearted. As a perception ninja, Yamanaka Wind felt it again, and his pupils suddenly condensed. This is. Seeing Yamanaka Wind shocked, Danzo and others were quite surprised. Wind, is there anything special to discover? Lord Danzo, it seems that not only Uchiha Qiye is here, but Hokage is also here. Tsunade. This woman even came over. It's better to come by coincidence. It seems that their deal with Cloud Shinobi Village has been known to Tsunade, so this time, Tsunade brought Uchiha Qiye to seek justice. Both Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye's thorns in the eyes have come to the door, and if they don't solve it, they will be too cheap. Just after solving Tsunade, Konoha will usher in a new era, the era of his Danzo. Thinking of this, Danzo gave a cold smile and said coldly, Shin, Feng, take the route, go out with me to see. Danzo wanted to know what qualifications he Uchiha Qiye had to call in front of their roots, base gate. Just because he brought a Hokage over here. Ridiculous. Wind, do you sense the other ninjas in the village? Danzo was a little worried that Tsunade had called all the ninjas in the village. If that's the case, it's Konoha's big infighting. Tsunade as Hokage, for the long-term development of Konoha, presumably will not do so. Because of the barrier, Yamanaka Case could only perceive the vicinity of the base, and he would not be able to know how far it was. Lord Danzo, for now, no. Above the sky, Uchiha Qiye in the complete body Susanoo narrowed his eyes and smiled indifferently, they are here. When Danzo and the others come out of the base, look up to the sky. Everyone was stunned and shocked. Yamanaka Case and Yamanaka Shin were trembling involuntarily, unable to speak. Then, what the hell is that? When they came out, they were angry and said they wanted to give Uchiha Qiye a good look. To strengthen the reputation of their roots. But when they saw Uchiha Qiye's full body Susanoo, their previous thoughts instantly disappeared from their minds. Qiye's complete body Susanoo is like a white Shura standing high in the sky, despising everything. In the eyes of this white Shura, Yamanaka Case and others are just ants-like existences. It's not just the Yamanaka Wind they are desperate. Danzo even more so. Now he seems to understand a little bit why Uchiha Qiye can kill Cloud Shinobi ninjas on the battlefield. Why was he able to escape from the trap set up by Cloud Shinobi in the Skyline Canyon, and how could he call out like this in front of the secret base of their roots? That's because of his absolute strength. Thinking about it now, it's ridiculous. I am afraid that not only Wu, Shu, Ding Shuie, but also Cloud Shinobi's perfect Jinchuriki from Wooden Golem, has been poisoned by Uchiha Qiye. At this moment, Danzo's bandaged right hand trembled slightly. After so many years in the ninja world, when has Danzo been so afraid? The last time I was so entangled and scared in my heart was decades ago. It was the first ninja war. At that time Shimura Danzo, Sarutobi Hiruzen, Mitokado Homura, Udatane Kaharu and others were still second Hokage escorts. Advertisement. They're battling the rebellious Golden Horns and Silver Horns of Cloud Shinobi Village, and second generation presents them with a test. Leave one person behind and cover the others to evacuate. The result of leaving that person is already doomed, and that is death. At that time, Danzo was equally troubled and scared. As a ninja of Konoha, he must do something for the village and for his companions. But instinctively, he is afraid of death, wants to live, wants to survive. When he made up his mind to stand up, Sarutobi Hiruzen took the lead. In the end, Danzo was also robbed of the Hokage by his lifelong enemy, Sarutobi Hiruzen. The memories of the past decades ago were still vivid in my mind, and the feeling of terror and despair came back to my mind in an instant. And this time, it's even worse than before, which makes Danzo calm down. Faced with this perfect Susanoo, Danzo couldn't think of any way to defeat Uchiha Qiye, except that technique. In the presence of God, mortals cannot resist at all. Damn, the old man was actually frightened by a little devil, and his body trembled instinctively. Hiss. Danzo picked up kunai and made a cut on his arm. The intense pain made him forget his fear, and his body that was shaking because of fear slowly returned to calm. Lord Danzo. Lord Danzo. ... The sudden self-mutilation also completely awakened Yamanaka Shin, Aburame and others who were beside him. Uchiha Qiye above the sky looked down at everything with a playful smile on the corner of his mouth. He murmured softly, Danzo, this old man, is a ruthless man who uses self-mutilation to eliminate his inner fear. Tsunade, who was beside him, folded his hands on his chest, pouted, and couldn't help but complain, I wasn't scared by you. Tsunade was equally shocked when he first saw Uchiha Qiye's full-body Susanoo. If it was the enemy, she would also feel a sense of despair. Unfortunately, there is no if, Uchiha Qiye is not her enemy, but her man. Tsunade had never seen Danzo's startled expression. Now she can see the shriveled look of the old Danzo from the perspective of God, not to mention how happy it is. Gladly it's just that, people from Susanoo and their roots have met, but Susanoo as big as Qiye is the first time they have met. This size is comparable to a tailed beast, but a wild-tailed beast is just a beast that cannot use its power properly. And this complete body Susanoo acts entirely by the will of Uchiha Qiye, and can display 100% of its power. The two are not the same. Danzo-sama, how did Uchiha's Susanoo get so big? At this time, Danzo's face was extremely embarrassed. That kid may have used the power of Mangekyo Sharingan to ultimate, and this Susanoo is not an ordinary Susanoo, but the ultimate form of Susanoo, fully Susanoo. This is the power of Uchiha, the power that Danzo envies. Unfortunately, even if he owns Shisui's Mangekyo Sharingan, he can't drive Susanoo. When they robbed Shisui Sharingan, they fought against Shisui. At that time, Shisui had lost an eye, and was also poisoned by the root gas, and the poison had spread to the whole body. Even so, Shisui turned on Susanoo and killed dozens of their roots. The Susanoo that Shisui opened at the time was just a normal form and it was already so strong. And now Uchiha Qiye's complete body Susanoo, Yamanaka wind and they can't imagine how terrifying it is. As root people, after all, they were well trained, and they quickly recovered from their fears. The current Yamanaka wind and the others are thinking carefully about countermeasures. That is, how to cover Danzo-sama to escape. Chapter 185. Advertisement. That's right, at the moment Aburame takes root and these people are thinking about how to cover Danzo and let him escape. There is absolutely no chance of winning against Uchiha, the perfect Susanoo. Aburame's ability to take roots is somewhat special, that is, he has a highly toxic nano-level poisonous insect in his body. Once he encounters someone else, the cells in his body will be destroyed by this poisonous insect and die. But now facing Uchiha Qiye, who has a full-body Susanoo, he may not even be able to get close, let alone touch Uchiha Qiye. Everyone held their breath and stared at the white Shura in the sky. Now that the matter has developed to this stage, these people have long wanted to say no more. On the other hand, Uchiha Qiye, seeing Danzo's face ashen, did not forget to sneer a few times. Old thing, you wouldn't think that you have today too. Danzo, who instigated Uchiha Itachi's genocide, was the main man behind the scenes. Otherwise, Qiye could have slept well that night, and he didn't have to go out of the village specifically to avoid the slaughter of Itachi. The feng shui turns, and now, it's Danzo's turn. Lord Hokage, we all try our best to do things for Konoha. Are you so heartless and completely ignoring our achievements? Yamanaka Kase was still yelling, he wanted to make a little time for Danzo to get away, 1 second for 1 second. While third Hokage was still around, our actions were all with his permission. Seeing that Tsunade didn't respond, Yamanaka played the emotional card again. Third Hokage is Tsunade's teacher, maybe Tsunade will consider the idea of the dead third generation. Cut. Tsunade snorted in disdain. The dead old thing cares what he thinks. Konoha village is mine. You bastards also want to get involved. By the way, forgot to tell Danzo you just not long ago, 2 old guys have gone to hell, they're there waiting for you, Danzo. There can only be one village chief in a village, and this time Danzo, Homura and Koharu conspired to hide from Tsunade, and obviously had a tendency to seize power, and did not take her Hokage seriously at all. With this first time, there will be a second time. In order to avoid accidents, cutting grass and rooting is the most effective method. Old acquaintance, do you mean? Danzo's face was startled, and Tsunade's meaning couldn't be more obvious. The only eye that was exposed was already narrowed into a slit, and there was a deep shock on his face. Tsunade, did you put Homura and Koharu them? Thinking of this, Danzo clenched his fists and did not continue. High in the sky, Tsunade smiled lightly and raised his eyebrows. That's right, Danzo, just what you think. Who told you 3 old things to get in my way? What, have Homura-sama and Koharu-sama been killed? Just now. Those 2 adults will. Knowing that Homura and Koharu died at the hands of Tsunade and Uchiha Qiye, Yamanaka Kase and others were shocked. Those 2 were characters from the same period as 3rd Hokage, so they were gone. No wonder they protect Homura. The 3 Anbu of Koharu have lost contact. Qiye was tired of seeing Danzo's ravaged, extremely ugly face. Without further ado, a white tachi appeared on Susanoo's right hand. For the full body Susanoo, the blade transformed by chakra as a small sword. But in the eyes of Danzo and the others, this is a huge sharp blade. Bang! Susanoo's huge body fell to the ground and made a posture of drawing a knife. Advertisement. Yamanaka Kase and others were shocked. They did not expect that Uchiha Qiye launched an attack without warning, which is simply not giving people a way to live. He quickly shouted, Lord Danzo, get out of here, let's hold him back. The ideal is beautiful, but the reality is always cruel. As soon as Yamanaka finished speaking, Susanoo of Uchiha Qiye held a knife in one hand and slashed towards Yamanaka Shin and the others. I have seen a ninja with a full body Susanoo, and none of them can survive. This white Shura Shinigami represents destruction. Click, click, boom. A simple action of drawing a knife and slashing, but launched a storm-like attack. At this moment, the grass, trees and flying stones were swept up by the air current cut by the sword and flew to a height of 100 meters, producing several tornadoes, and the momentum was amazing. Rumbling. The 2 peaks not far away are cut off by Kia's complete body Susanoo. Seeing such a terrifying attack, Rao Tsunade took a deep breath. The white chakra around Uchiha Qiye gradually dissipated, he wrapped his arms around Tsunade's slender waist, and slowly fell from the air. At this time, Tsunade hadn't recovered yet. That's it, is Danzo just dealt with? Under the knife, explain the ants. Qiye isn't in the mood to play Danzo like Homura and Koharu, so why is there such a thing as ink marks when he shoots Gundam directly? Danzo and the others never imagined that Uchiha Qiye would use a big move as soon as he came up. This is totally unreasonable. As soon as you see any ninja come out, he will use his trump card. If you hit the enemy, it's fine, but if you don't hit, your trump card will be exposed, wouldn't you be miserable? Even Uchiha Madara didn't get a full-body Susanoo when he fought against the 5 shadows. If he fights with first Hokage, he directly uses the top Buddha, which is how other people play. I'm afraid Kakuzu doesn't even dare to say that he has taught the god of ninjas. This loud noise caught the attention of Kakashi and his party who were coming here. Guy. Kakashi, what's up with that loud noise just now? Kia's complete body, Susanoo, cut off the 2 peaks horizontally, and the tops fell to the ground, causing the ground to tremble. Anbu person. Kakashi, Captain, it's very close, just ahead. This terrifying sound made Kakashi and his party palpitate. The powerful chakra just now came from this direction, could that be the reason? Under the mask, Kakashi's cheeks were soaked with cold sweat. Suddenly, 2 familiar figures appeared in front of Kakashi and them. That is, Lord Hokage and Lord Qiye. I saw Tsunade leaning against a tree and looking at Qiye, and Qiye was standing on the ruins. Tsunade breathed a sigh of relief when Kakashi and Anbu staff arrived here, and the people who took care of the aftermath came. Kakashi, why did you come here? Due to the change here, Shizune let us come over and take a look. Oh, Shizune. In front of Qiye, more than half of the trees collapsed, and even the 2 mountains in the distance, the fallen mountains formed a valley, and the air was filled with the smell of soil. This mess shocked Kakashi and others. Here, what happened? Chapter 186. Advertisement. In front of Uchiha Qiye, there was a mess, and most of the trees in the entire forest collapsed. The 2 mountains that were cut off by Susanoo's middle became bare. The mountain fell to the ground, forming a valley. Seeing this, Kakashi and the others were surprised. What the hell is going on here? This is obviously a trace of the battle, and who is fighting, Lord Hokage or Lord Qiye? Kakashi and the others didn't see the white Shura's appearance clearly, they didn't know it was Susanoo. Looking at the ruins, Kie clapped his hands. Sure enough, it is still convenient to fight with a Gundam. Kakashi, you are here too. Seeing Kakashi and the others, Tsunade greeted him indifferently. Lord Hokage, is there a battle here? Where is the enemy? A faint smile appeared on Tsunade's pale cheeks. Enemy, it should be solved. The blow just now, I am afraid that no one can take it. Danzo and the others should be shot away. With such a heavy blow, it is not a problem to become meat dregs. Lord Hokage, who is the enemy? Do you need us to call for reinforcements? Those Anbu were also quite worried. Hokage was attacked, and the enemy was definitely not a simple role. The enemy is gone, you all know it, it's that old guy Danzo. Danzo. Hearing this name, whether it was Kakashi, Guy, or those from Anbu, they were all startled. Danzo isn't that kind of konaha, and when third Hokage was still around, he was still Hokage's assistant. At this time, why would you think of attacking Hokage-sama? They looked at the ruins with doubtful eyes, and did not dare to ask. Tsunade was the first to speak. I know the doubts in your heart, I will go back to the village to give you a detailed explanation of the specific things. Kakashi frowned. If his opponent was Danzo, was it Kie who fought Danzo just now? In this way, that powerful chakra is emanating from Kie. If this is the case, how strong is Kie's chakra? If Kakashi calculates from the chakra just now, it is probably several hundred times his. Thinking of this, Kakashi gave a wry smile and sighed. This guy Kie, is he no longer in the same dimension as us? Since he was defeated by Uchiha Qiye's 1,000 years of death, Kakashi has completely lost sight of Kie's strength. The capture of Three Tails was successfully completed because of Kie's relationship, and the war with Cloud Shinobi. It can be said that Uchiha Qiye single-handedly ended the war and led Konoha to victory. Others are just playing soy sauce. And just now, I was facing Danzo, but a character of the same period as third Hokage, his strength is naturally there. Judging from the movement just now, Kie seemed to resolve the battle soon. Moreover, Kakashi can clearly see that Uchiha Qiye is not stained with any dust. He walks in the courtyard, his breath is even, and it doesn't look like he just experienced a big battle. This guy Kie has far surpassed Hokage in all dynasties. Even my teacher, the Yellow Flash, is probably. Thinking of this, Kakashi didn't dare to think about it any longer. First Hokage and second Hokage he hadn't seen. But third Hokage was killed by his apprentice Orochimaru, and his teacher had the title of Yellow Flash. Advertisement. But at this time Kakashi felt that Kie had surpassed fourth Hokage. Because what he felt from Kie was completely different from when fourth Hokage was still there. Looking at Kie's back, he couldn't help but let out a sigh. Uchiha Qiye, how strong is your kid right now? When Kie turned around, he found that Kakashi and others were also there. He waved at them enthusiastically. Kakashi, Guy, long time no see. Suddenly, Kie saw that both Kakashi's and Guy's faces were extremely surprised, and turned into very ugly. Tsunade even shouted. Little devil, behind you. A cold voice came from behind Kie's ear. Little devil, do you think this is the end? This murderous voice completely enveloped Uchiha Qiye, the bandaged Danzo. At this time, Danzo was already naked, with the appearance of a human face on his right arm, and his complexion was paler. It was also this right hand, holding kunai, that penetrated Uchiha Qiye's chest from behind. Seeing that his attack was successful, it literally penetrated Uchiha Qiye's chest. Danzo smiled grimly. Little devil, I will accept your Sharingan. How is it possible? You shouldn't be smashed by your full body Susanoo's blow. Humph. Just now, Uchiha Qiye received a powerful blow from Susanoo, enough to split the mountain. Yamanaka Kase, Yamanaka Shin, and Aburame all died in this hit from Susanoo. The worst thing is that Aburame has taken its roots, and has an unparalleled special poisonous insect, but it is useless in front of Susanoo. Just got a box lunch. But who is Danzo? How can he be defeated so easily? The smile on Danzo's face became more and more ferocious, and after solving Uchiha Qiye, everyone else was left alone. Uchiha brat, have you seen the Sharingan on this hand? But as a Uchiha clan you can't use the Sharingan's power at all, it's really sad. Qiye looked down and saw that Danzo's right hand, which had penetrated his chest, was fully stretched out. Cough cough. A mouthful of blood spit out from Qiye's mouth, and his expression was even more astonished. This is Sharingan. Danzo's right arm is covered with dense Sharingans. The more surprised and frightened Uchiha Qiye was, the more excited Danzo became. Defeating the opponent with something they are proud of is the most satisfying time. That's right, this is the Sharingan of your Uchiha clan, and I really should have died in that Susanoo's blow just now, but. Speaking of which, Danzo paused, his face completely distorted, extremely hideous. See clearly, kid, this is the Sharingan of your Uchiha clan, only the old man knows how to use its true power. What do you think I did for Uchiha Itachi to destroy the Uchiha clan? These are all thanks to Itachi. Without Uchiha Itachi, Danzo would not have collected so many Sharingan. It can be said that Danzo planned to attack the Uchiha clan from the beginning, and Itachi became just a tool for him. Looking at Kia's surprised expression, Danzo continued, "Little brat, to be honest, I was surprised that you escaped from Itachi that night, but right now, it doesn't matter." There were 11 Sharingan's right arms, but at this moment, one Sharingan slowly closed. "Old man, what have you done? It's ridiculous, as a Uchiha clan you don't even know Izanagi." Izanagi. Chapter 187. Advertisement. Izanagi. Yes, it's the forbidden technique of your Uchiha family, Izanagi. Danzo grinned. However, there is no need to explain it to you, go to hell with your own incompetence and ignorance. Because of the transplanted many Sharingan, Sharingan has strong spiritual energy. Even transplanting one, it would have taken a lot of energy and chakra. Kakashi is an example, a Sharingan from Obito was transplanted, and often suffers from kidney deficiency and chakra deficiency. And Danzo, in addition to the right eye as Uchiha Shisui's eye, there are 11 Sharingan on the right arm. Even the Uchiha family will be attacked by the powerful spirit of the Sharingan, and if the Mangekyo Sharingan is used too much, it will lead to blindness. Danzo, an ordinary person's body can't bear this powerful spiritual energy at all. Therefore, he had to implant Hashirama cells to obtain powerful physical energy. Physical energy and spiritual energy are balanced and complement each other. This is everything. In fact, Danzo himself is doing this experiment, what happens when Uchiha's power and Senju's power converge. Whether it is Uchiha's Sharingan or Senju Hashirama's wood style, both have the power to suppress the tailed beast. And his goal of Danzo is the strongest tailed beast in the world, 9 tails. It was clear that he had succeeded by combining the powers of Uchiha and Hashirama into one. He used Izanagi to turn the tide of the battle, turning the disadvantage of his death into a dream, and the advantage of his surprise attack into reality. The sneak attack was successful, piercing the chest of Uchiha Qiye who was not protected by Susanoo. This is Izanagi. Against little devils like Uchiha Qiye, Danzo used his old-fashioned experience to succeed. Naive. It can only be said that the other party is still too naive. The sudden action here shocked Kakashi and his group even more. Guy. Danzo-sama, what is that, how the Sharingan is so disgusting. Kakashi even directly revealed his Sharingan to observe all this. Strange, that strange flow of chakra, what is it? When Tsunade saw Kia's body being penetrated by Danzo's kunai again, he instinctively worried. But now she is not panic at all, and even wants to laugh a little. He murmured softly, "Old man, do you really think you have succeeded?" Click, click. The corners of Kia's mouth rose slightly, revealing a wicked smile. Suddenly, Danzo felt that his right hand that penetrated Uchiha Qiye's chest seemed to be placed in a deep cold pool, it was extremely cold. Uchiha Qiye's body quickly turned into an ice sculpture and became a personal art. A terrifying chill surrounded Danzo. Damn, this chill, what is the chill that goes deep into the bone marrow? When Danzo tried to withdraw his right hand, it was too late. The right hand has been integrated with the ice sculpture, completely frozen. This was not over yet, and the freezing instantly spread to his entire body. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, 2 ice men appeared in the forest. The former was pierced through the chest by the latter with an ice hand. Danzo sneak attack looks like Black Zetsu sneak attack Uchiha Madara. Only one succeeded and one failed completely. Not far away, Kia's body emerged from a piece of crushed ice. Woohoo! He also let out a few breaths. His shock, fear, and curiosity just now were just acting. Danzo worked so hard, Qiye naturally had to perform well. I'll try my best to perform in line with your performance. Advertisement. Uchiha Qiye, who is a Uchiha clan and a traveler, how could he not know about Izanagi? Danzo was completely convinced by the actor-level performance he just performed. This greatly satisfied Danzo's vanity. You seem to be talking. Look, you, the Uchiha clan, don't know this art. And I, Shimura Danzo, no, surprise or surprise. Naive. Because Danzo owns Izanagi, Qiye naturally knew that this attack would not kill Danzo, at most it would cost him his life. As the saying goes, cats have 9 lives, but this Danzo has more lives than cats. 11 Sharingans in hand means 1 life, plus Shisui's eye, there are 12 lives. After the complete body Susanoo was released, Qiye was always paying attention to the surrounding situation. Just now, he deliberately let Danzo get stabbed, and if he didn't let him get stabbed, it would take a little more effort to kill Danzo's life. Let him stab, the two are so close, and there is more physical contact, which can make Danzo freeze quickly. And Qiye also used frozen fruit elementalization to escape Danzo's sneak attack. Click, click. The two ice sculptures broke apart quickly, and the shards of ice fell to the ground, without any other residue. Even knowing Qiye's strength, Tsunade was relieved to see Qiye appear again. There was some resentment in my heart. Qiye, this little devil, can you save some food? Guy on the side is confused. Kakashi, see, Qiye's body. No, Master Qiye's body has turned into an ice cube, and his person has emerged from another ice cube. Ah, I saw it. Kakashi was watching everything with Sharingan, how could he not see? The power of ice escape. No, no. Frozen escape is a kind of blood succession limit, and the Uchiha family has no such blood succession limit at all. That's the power of Qiye Mangekyo Sharingan. No, it doesn't seem to be. This is where Kakashi wonders. From those ice cubes, Kakashi could not see the existence of chakra, and even from Qiye coming out of the ice cube, Kakashi could not see the existence of chakra. Generally speaking, ninjas use ninjutsu, illusion, or blood restriction, and they all need chakra. Qiye's behavior just now is definitely not a physical art, which Kakashi has already ruled out. Kakashi was stunned. What the hell is this? It's normal for him to wonder, and it's normal not to see. Because Qiye uses frozen fruit's ability, chakra is not needed. Of course, Qiye wouldn't explain it to Kakashi. Just let Kakashi live the rest of his life with doubts. Kakashi was stunned, not to mention the three Anbu. At this time, the three Anbu who were protecting Tsunade in front of him were full of shock on their faces. This is the strength of Lord Qiye. Then, has Lord Danzo been killed? These Anbus are Tsunade's subordinates, and naturally they are on Tsunade's side. They don't yet understand why Tsunade and Qiye fought against Danzo, but for now, their mission is to protect Hokage. Guy looked around. No one else was there. Kakashi, has Mr. Danzo been dealt with by Qiye? No, not yet. Kakashi's eyes narrowed, and a half-naked figure stood on a tree not far away. It was Danzo. At this moment, Danzo was glaring at Uchiha Qiye fiercely and looked at his right hand. Another Sharingan closed. Danzo was also puzzled. Damn, what is the power of freezing just now, the power of that kid Mangekyo? Chapter 188. Advertisement. In a few breaths, Danzo lost 2 Sharingans. Damn it, what is that frozen power? Danzo's heart is full of doubts, and if he thinks well, it should be the power of Uchiha Qiye Mangekyo Sharingan. Glancing at his right arm, there are already 2 Sharingans closed. Meanwhile, Kakashi, Guy and the 3 Anbu were all staring at him. Kakashi, Might Guy, Uchiha Qiye and Tsunade are going to put Konoha in a doomed place. The old man discovered their conspiracy, don't you care? At this time, in Danzo's view, Kakashi and Guy, who do not know the truth, can make use of Konoha's ninjas. Seeing Danzo's remarks, Tsunade showed an inexplicable smile. Old stuff, make up, make up. Kakashi has done things under Danzo, and naturally he understands what virtue Danzo is. And Guy, needless to say, he and Kakashi are wearing a pair of pants. The 3 Anbus are even more unlikely, they are Tsunade's subordinates. The only people who support Danzo are his roots and a few ninjas in the village. Before Qiye could stand up, Tsunade spoke first. Old man, are you starting to bite people now, doing business with Cloud Shinobi behind my back, and killing 3 of my subordinates, whoever you don't kill, I'm not that old man of the 3rd generation. Damn it, this woman. Danzo's face froze, he knew that Tsunade wasn't the 3rd Hokage type, and it wasn't that easy to deal with. And his impression of ninjas in the village was not very good. Danzo already knew when he saw Kakashi, Guy and the others were unmoved. By the way, Kakashi, hurry up and call the people in the village to come over and take down Uchiha Qiye and Tsunade, the 2 traitors who are trying to destroy Konoha. At this time, Danzo didn't give up, biting hard like a mad dog. Kakashi is a black line at one end, unmoved. You people are completely blinded by Tsunade and the others. Just now, the 2 elders Homura and Kaharu have been killed by Tsunade and this Uchiha kid. What? Kakashi and Guy were stunned. Although the impression of Danzo in their minds is not very good, the 2 veteran consultants Homura and Kaharu are still good. Tsunade-sama actually killed them, why is that? Ha ha. Qiye already knew that Danzo would make such a move. Old man, you are quite good at talking. Being called by Qiye, the old thing, Danzo's face couldn't hang anymore. Murderer, why worry about it? Qiye pointed to a short distance with the mentality of watching a play. Old dog Danzo, look who is that? Looking in the direction Qiye pointed, Danzo saw a familiar figure. It is his subordinate, the member of the Root, Ding Shan. Tell me all your secrets. Qiye shouted coldly. Yes, Lord Qiye. Ding Shan nodded expressionlessly. Danzo-sama reached an agreement with Homura, the 2 advisors Kaharu and Cloud Shinobi, without the knowledge of Hokage, send Uchiha Qiye, and after this task is completed, they will solve the 5th Hokage Tsunade and let Danzo-sama succeed the 6th Hokage. Ding Shan said everything about the plan with an expressionless face. What? Hearing this, Guy and the Anbu people were shocked. Without the knowledge of Hokage, he contacted the ninja village of the enemy country privately, and tried to usurp the throne. This is more serious than the sin of betrayal, and it is already a capital sin. Kakashi was relatively calm. He groaned inwardly. This is in line with the style of Lord Danzo. Danzo is completely black face. Uchiha Qiye, it's you again. His true face was revealed again and again by Uchiha Qiye, which completely angered Danzo. Advertisement. Danzo put his right arm in front of him, his eyes full of murderous intent staring at Uchiha Qiye. Angrily said, "Little devil, do you really think you have those eyes and can do whatever you want?" Qiye smiled confidently, spread his hands, and was noncommittal. Danzo's subordinate, Ding Shan, has long been controlled by Qiye using Mangekyo illusion. As a tool man, let the world know why he killed Danzo. Of course, Qiye didn't need to explain the murder, he was for Tsunade's sake. Tsunade is Hokage, it takes a lot of work to explain, and it is very troublesome. And Ding Shan played the role of such a tool man. Now that his mission is complete, he can go to see Shinigami. Tsunade's soft eyes looked at Qiye, and his heart was secretly happy. This little devil is quite caring. After this incident, it seems that I have to make up for him. I saw Qiye shouting softly, "Frozen." Click, click. Ding Shan's body quickly condensed into ice, and then shattered, leaving no trace. With his subordinates dying in front of him, Danzo was helpless. Only incompetent rage. Damn, it's Uchiha Kid, the old man will never let you go today. Really, old guy, your expression is very good, but unfortunately, you won't be able to see the sun tomorrow. As I said, Sage of Six Paths is useless. Contempt. Outright contempt. Those Anbu staff were shocked and dared to say this to the cage-level Danzo. What a courage it must be. These Anbu couldn't help but have big questions in their hearts. Lord Qiye, is he really that powerful? Guy on the side was full of enthusiasm. Yo, this kid Qiye is very young, this is the young man. Making Guy's hands itchy, he asked Tsunade for his life. Lord Hokage, let me help Lord Qiye. Tsunade shook his head. Guy, that brat of Qiye doesn't want others to interfere in his battle, and Danzo's Sharingan has a lot of ties to their Uchiha clan, so leave it to him. Guy was a little disappointed, looked at Kakashi beside him. Kakashi also nodded to him. That means, don't interfere. Lord Hokage, the village can't be without you. You've been away from the village for so long and it's time to go back and deal with the remnants of the village. I'll leave it to me here. Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Qiye suggested to Tsunade, completely ignoring Danzo's existence. Humph. Tsunade snorted softly, she wanted to continue watching. But Qiye does have a point, Konoha must have her Hokage in charge. Kakashi, Guy, let's go back to the village first, and we'll leave it to Qiye. Yes, Hokage-sama. Under Danzo's watch, Tsunade, Kakashi and others left here. This time, no one bothered them anymore. Danzo, as a veteran of the 4 dynasties of Konoha, from 2nd Hokage to 3rd Hokage to 4th Hokage to today's 5th Hokage Tsunade, when has he ever suffered such humiliation and provocation? Ignored by a kid, it's the Uchiha clan he hates the most. Danzo hated the Uchiha clan. This hatred evolves from jealousy. Envy from the very beginning, envy the abilities of the Uchiha clan, envy their bloodline limits. Then to jealousy, and finally to resentment. Why is he Danzo not from the Uchiha clan, so that he can use the power of Sharingan in a grand manner? Instead of transplanting, if he is a member of the Uchiha family, he only needs to transplant Hashirama cells, and there is no need for such trouble at all. But he is not. At the end of the day, it's about changing from jealousy to jealousy and wanting to destroy everything in Uchiha. And this time Uchiha Qiye's provocation completely angered Danzo. Little devil, this old man will make you regret it. Chapter 189. Advertisement. Kid, this old man will make you regret it. Danzo's icy tone seemed to be saying something normal. Tsunade and Kakashi and others have returned to Konoha. Now here, there are only 2 people, Uchiha Qiye and Danzo, in the huge forest, and no one will come to disturb them. Now Danzo, rising naked, with only his right eye still bandaged. Lost an eye because of being cut off by Qiye's full body Susanoo. Also, he was completely tricked by Qiye, thinking that he had succeeded, and then he turned into crushed ice and lost another Sharingan. There are now 9 Sharingans left on Danzo's right arm. In other words, he has 9 lives left. Although Uchiha Qiye's strength made him fearful, but his Danzo is not without a way to win. Danzo knew that the complete Susanoo used by Uchiha Qiye must cost a considerable amount of chakra. Qiye has only used it once, and it must not be so easy to use it a second time. Even if the opponent uses Susanoo again, Danzo is not afraid because he still has that art. The right arm full of Sharingan was in front of him, and the naked eye stared at Uchiha Qiye. It's a great shame that Danzo, who has gone through many wars, was put together by a kid. Now Danzo can no longer treat Qiye as an ordinary kid. Danzo is so cautious, Qiye is very relaxed. Old thing, make me regret, what can I regret, just rely on your inferior Sharingan. Humph. Danzo doesn't want to fight with Uchiha Qiye anymore, and solving this kid as soon as possible is the top priority. Qiye chuckled lightly, looked at Danzo with those indifferent eyes, and continued. Don't show off Sharingan in front of me, old thing, you're not worthy. The Sharingan is the symbol of the Uchiha family, and outsiders simply cannot use its full power. This sentence hits Danzo's pain point. Whether it's Uchiha's power or Senju's power, his Danzo is borrowed. Go to hell, brat, wind style, vacuum wave. Danzo used the B-level wind style as soon as he arrived, spit out a sharp breath from his mouth, and swept directly towards Uchiha Qiye. Wind style has the strongest cutting ability among the 5 escaping techniques. The simple wind style breath of this knife can cut Tsunade in the middle. The white skeleton once again covered Uchiha Qiye in it. It was only the first stage of Susanoo, and Danzo's wind style couldn't help it. Che, is it Susanoo again? It's really tricky. Susanoo protects Uchiha Qiye like a tortoise shell, making Danzo unable to attack. Small tricks, old dog, do you know the true power of Sharingan? I'll show you today. A majestic chill emanated from Uchiha Qiye, and the surrounding temperature dropped suddenly at this moment. Qiye suddenly opened his eyes, the ice of the gods. Click, click. Being stared at by Qiye, Danzo's entire body quickly froze, causing it to shatter with a snap. Tackle Danzo, a matter of eyes. Of course, the ice of the gods did not really solve Danzo. When the ice shatters, Danzo reappears in the other direction. Apparently, he escaped with a Zanagi again. The Sharingan on the right arm closed another one. What was that just now? Danzo felt the taste of Amaterasu from Qiye's move just now. The kid just glanced at me, and then my body froze quickly, and there was no room for resistance. Like Amaterasu, Amaterasu burns what is visible. And his Mangekyo, is it freezing and shattering visible things? It's a terrifying ability. But I also gradually found out the ability of that kid. After several rounds of fighting, Danzo lost 3 Sharingans, but he also gradually figured out Uchiha Qiye's ability. Advertisement. It was worth it in his opinion. As for Uchiha Qiye, his Danzo abilities are still completely unknown. At least, that's what Danzo thought. With Sharingan so useful, Danzo has to get it. Little devil, your Sharingan is very special. Although Danzo collected many Sharingans on the night of the genocide, none of them were Mangekyo Sharingan. The only Mangekyo Sharingan on him is Shisui's. Now that there are 2 complete Mangekyo Sharingans in front of him, how could Danzo, who has been longing for Sharingan's abilities for a long time, not be moved? Why, old man, do you want my eyes? Unfortunately, you are not qualified. Qiye Susanoo's giant skeleton hand pounced on Danzo again, holding it in his hand in an instant. Without the slightest hesitation, he firmly grasped it. In front of Susanoo's power, Danzo was crushed and turned into a cloud of blood. But then disappeared again. A cold voice came from the sky. Little devil, have you ever heard that Izanagi, you can't kill me? Qiye smiled and didn't answer. Next, it's Danzo's fancy way of dying. Burned to death by Qiye's fiery dragon. Killed by a shuriken. Shot to death by Susanoo. This is even more outrageous than when playing with Sasuke. A cage-level powerhouse can actually hit fire style and shuriken. You say it's outrageous. Maybe it's just the wayward fate. Talking about Danzo's 100 ways to die, in just a few minutes, 3 Sharingans on Danzo's right arm were left open. The continuous use of Susanoo consumes a lot of Danzo's chakra. He was breathing heavily, his face covered in fine sweat. And Uchiha Qiye, looking at him with that heart-pounding smile like a normal person. This shocked Danzo inside. This kid has kept his Susanoo state all the time, doesn't it cost chakra? Moreover, through the continuous battle just now, Uchiha Qiye's breathing was even and not disturbed at all. Of the enemies Danzo has encountered, Qiye is the first to make him so cautious. No, I can't continue to drag it on. Should I use that technique? Danzo glanced at his right arm, and there were 3 Sharingans open. In other words, he has at least 3 chances to try again. Summoning technique, Dream Taper. Danzo quickly made the seal, and a huge summoning beast appeared in front of Qiye. This is the Nightmare Taper, capable of using the powerful wind style. The dream-eating beast, the Dream Taper, opened its bloody mouth and devoured Susanoo of Uchiha Qiye with its powerful wind style. The mere dreaming taper also delusionally broke ground on Tai Sui's head. Qiye's eyes condensed. Click, click, click. The huge body of the Nightmare Taper was quickly condensed into ice at this moment. It was only a blink of an eye that such a huge body was frozen. Danzo was shocked to see his summoning beast frozen in an instant. How is it possible? The dream taper is so. Boom. I haven't waited for Danzo to respond. In this huge ice sculpture, the dream taper was shattered, and there was not a trace of dregs left, and what was left was only broken ice. Awaiting Danzo was a pair of scarlet Mangekyo Sharingan, staring at him. Chapter 190. Advertisement. In front of Danzo's eyes is a pair of huge Mangekyo Sharingan, staring at him. Oops. Danzo felt bad inside, and a deep sense of danger came to him. When fighting an enemy with Mangekyo Sharingan, the biggest taboo is to look him in the eye. Danzo was always on the alert for this in his first fight with Uchiha Qiye. No matter what, I have never seen the place above Uchiha Qiye's neck, so I was easily frozen by Qiye's divine ice. But just now, Qiye was shocked when he instantly solved his summoning beast dream taper. While his heart was shocked, he was slightly stunned, but at this moment of stunnedness, Qiye caught the gap. Mangekyo Sharingan God Control. The shuriken shape in Qiye's right eye pupil was spinning rapidly, and the black pupil had locked on Danzo. Woo, woo, woo. In the next instant, the surrounding environment immediately underwent a 360-degree transformation. Danzo found himself standing on the water with his hands spread out in the shape of a cross. Damn it, I was careless, I still fell into the illusion of that kid. Danzo, who was on the water, found himself unable to move, and became a little lamb to be slaughtered. Qiye's figure slowly surfaced above the water. When he saw Uchiha Qiye patted his arm lightly with a leather whip, he looked at himself with a weird smile. Even the firm-minded Danzo panicked at this moment. Little devil, what do you want to do? What are you doing with the whip? It is true that Danzo who owns Izanagi will not die, but he will be tortured before he dies. Because only death is the condition for activating Izanagi. What do you want? Hey, old man, what do you think I want to do? Qiye's smile, which Danzo looked like a devil's smile, made people's hot hearts cool down at this moment. Scholars can be killed without shame. Kid, if you have the ability, you can kill this old man with one knife. Isn't it cheaper to kill you, you old dog, and let you meet your best friend, third generation, isn't it better? Qiye retracted the whip in his hand. Danzo breathed a sigh of relief at this time. He thought Uchiha Qiye had a hobby in that area, which really surprised him. If his dignified senior Konoha received such a humiliation, wouldn't it make the world laugh? Uchiha kid, is this your Mangekyo Sharingan's illusion? You know, Konoha who can't kill me will be my master after all. Ha ha. Qiye smiled, and the whip in his hand immediately turned into a small sword. With a flick of a wave, a slash appeared on Danzo's bare upper body. The blood dripped and dyed the lake red. What? Unable to move and slashed, Danzo snorted softly. He knew it was an illusion, but the pain was real. While clenching his teeth, he sighed inwardly. Damn it, this old man was actually humiliated by a kid from Uchiha. When I die from this illusion, I must make this B************* D pay the price. Qiye saw Danzo sip a konaha. Ha ha, suddenly burst into laughter. The last person who said he wanted to control konaha has gone to hell. Danzo, you are familiar with that person too. Danzo's eyes narrowed. Acquaintance, Hiruzen, do you mean? Danzo looked at Uchiha Qiye with an unbelievable gaze, knowing that now, he realized that he had completely underestimated the man in front of him. Uchiha Qiye is not as innocent as it seems, but has a very high shrewdness and ambition. That's right, it's exactly what you think it is. Advertisement. Hiruzen's death has something to do with you. B******************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************e orchestrated by Uchiha Qiye, and Orochimaru just became his tool. Of course, killing the third generation was also what Orochimaru wanted. Between Qiye and Orochimaru, it can be said that each gets what he needs. The current Konoha does not belong to the third generation, nor to you Danzo, but to the Uchiha clan, and to me, Uchiha Qiye. The current village belongs to Tsunade, but Tsunade didn't listen to what Qiye said. Tsunade is his whole person, not to mention a village. Danzo was furious in his heart. He never imagined that the country he had fought so hard for from first Hokage would end up in the hands of the Uchiha family. When second Hokage was still around, it was obvious that they had already suppressed the Uchiha clan. By the time of the third generation, they all implemented a policy of genocide. But the Uchiha clan are like Xiaoqiang from immune to death, and in the end they left out Uchiha Qiye. In the end, it led to the disaster it is today. Danzo is sorry for his predecessor Hokage, he is a sinner of Konoha. And what Danzo didn't expect was that Uchiha Qiye planned to make Tsunade fifth Hokage. In Danzo's eyes Tsunade has become Qiye's puppet. Terrible, terrifying, this child is so terrifying. Definitely can't stay. Danzo roars wildly at the thought of this. Uchiha evil brat, Kill the old man if you have a seed, don't babble around here. How could someone have such a strange request? Qiye naturally wants to satisfy him. Swish. After practicing a few knives, the Danzo on the lake had been chopped into several pieces, and the whole lake was stained with blood. The rays of the setting sun shone on the blood-red lake, making it extremely bloody. Click, click, click. The screen shattered. Everything came back to reality, back to that forest. At this time, Danzo's face was extremely pale, and his breathing became very rapid. Qiye uses Mangekyo illusion magic to control and destroy. Danzo's spirit has been devastated, and his body can't take it anymore. With a bang, he fell to the ground and died indirectly. The next second, Danzo's body on the ground had disappeared. And another energetic Danzo stood behind Qiye. Of the 11 Sharingans in his hand, there are only 2 left. The illusory death just now was evaded by Danzo using Izanagi. Qiye's Mangekyo illusion just now killed Danzo's life again. Little devil, you are really strong, you are the first to push this old man to this point. Danzo, who said this, undid the bandage that was tied around his head to cover his right eye. In the face of Uchiha Qiye with such ambition and strength, Danzo can't give konaha to this demon, and there is no need to use Izanagi. It is necessary to use Shisui's eyes to turn Uchiha Qiye into his own puppet with that art. Danzo believes that Uchiha Qiye, who has a full body Susanoo, is as powerful as a tailed beast, and he will be able to control 9 tails by then. Either he or Konoha village will stand at the top of the ninja world. Now is the time to use the power of Shisui's eyes, and the Konoha village built by our ancestors must not be handed over to the Uchiha clan. Seeing that Danzo untied the bandage on his head, Qiye smiled lightly. He murmured softly, Danzo, this old thing, finally wants to use Shisui's eyes, tisk tisk, distinguished heavenly gods, I want to try it too. Chapter 191. Advertisement. Qiye's eyes narrowed slightly, and he sighed. Is it finally time to use Shisui's eyes, distinguished heavenly gods, I'm looking forward to it. Distinguished heavenly gods is praised by the world as the strongest illusion, and Mist Shinobi's white-eyed ninja is terrified of it. This is Shisui's unique illusion, which can directly invade the opponent's brain and modify the opponent's will without being discovered by the opponent. So to speak, using distinguished heavenly gods can make the Madaka all his puppets. It's sad to say that Shisui has such a strong power that Danzo has stolen an eye. Pity, sympathy, is Shisui's greatest failure. Speaking of distinguished heavenly gods, it is also a bit special. During the 5 Shadows meeting, Danzo used distinguished heavenly gods to control 3 ships. But then Mifune woke up from the illusion and returned to his own will. Isn't it agreed to permanently modify the opponent's will? Or is this another use of distinguished heavenly gods, where short manipulations can reduce cooldowns? Distinguished heavenly gods use it once, and it will take more than 10 years to use it again. Unless you have Hashirama cells or Shisui himself, the cooldown will be greatly reduced. To be honest, Qiye was quite apprehensive about the ability of distinguished heavenly gods at first. But right now, it's hard to say. Now Danzo has only 2 Sharingans on his right arm with his eyes open, the others are closed. Reality forced him to use distinguished heavenly gods. Moreover, an ambitious person like Uchiha Qiye is trying to control Konoha in vain. Wouldn't it be beautiful to turn someone with such terrifying power into his own puppet? Completely tore off the bandage on Danzo's head, and the scarlet Sharingan appeared in his right pupil. Old thing, you have quite a few Sharingans in your collection, but they're all trash. Humph. Danzo snorted softly and glanced at Qiye with sympathy. At this time, Qiye's left eye pupil, the 3-hook jade formed a ring shape. The Mangekyo shape of the 2 eyes is completely different. The right eye is a shuriken, and the left eye is in the shape of a ring. Danzo is also the first person to meet Mangekyo Sharingan with 2 shapes. This kid's Mangekyo has some ways, but it doesn't matter anymore. In front of this Sharingan, any ninjutsu, taijutsu, or illusion is futile. When he revealed Shisui, the Sharingan, it was doomed to the other party's failure. Danzo's distinguished heavenly gods has been activated, and Qiye really doesn't know it. The current Uchiha Qiye's will has been modified by Danzo, that is to become his Danzo's puppet and swear allegiance to him. Looking at Qiye with a dull expression, Danzo grinned. Issued his first order. Uchiha Qiye, this old man gives you the first task, which is to go to the village and kill the current Hokage, Tsunade. Old dog, kill me if you tell me, what are you? Danzo's eyes narrowed suddenly, and he was surprised. Didn't Uchiha Qiye already hit his distinguished heavenly gods? His will has been modified. Why can he still resist his own orders? No one can escape the control of distinguished heavenly gods, no one. But what's going on right now? Danzo's heart was extremely horrified, he couldn't figure it out, his distinguished heavenly gods had clearly been activated. Why is this little devil in front of him not under his control? When the screen changed, Danzo said that familiar sentence again. Little devil, you are really strong, you are the first to push this old man to this point. This kid, Danzo was completely stunned. Because of this sentence, he just said it to Uchiha Qiye. I couldn't help rubbing my head. Hey, the bandages are definitely gone, Shisui's eyes are indeed using distinguished heavenly gods. How so? Advertisement. Does time seem to be going backwards? Illusion. No, Danzo can be sure that this is definitely not an illusion. A deep sense of unease came to his mind. Distinguished heavenly gods was already his biggest trump card. If it doesn't work, how terrifying it is with the man Uchiha Qiye. Suddenly, Danzo saw the ring in Qiye's left eye pupil turning slowly, like a clock. There was a bad premonition in my heart. Could it be the power of this guy's left eye? Danzo's bewildered look is really funny. Aha. Qiye stretched out for a long time. Unfortunately, old dog, my eyes don't seem to be inferior to Shisui's eyes. You, what the hell did you do? Danzo's eyes were bloodshot, and his brain was swept away by anger. Distinguished heavenly gods can silently modify the will of others, and the magician himself can't find it at all. But just now, he did use it, but Uchiha Qiye did not listen to his orders. There was a faint smile on Qiye's mouth. Little devil, you are really strong, you are the first to push this old man to this point. The words came out of Danzo's mouth again. He was completely stunned. How could it be? Why did I say this again? And Danzo found out that he was back where he was before. Uchiha Qiye looked at him with a weird smile again. Seeing the circular pattern in the pupil of Uchiha Qiye's left eye, a bold idea came to Danzo's mind. Looking at Uchiha Qiye in disbelief, his face was full of shock and confusion. Have you changed the time? Yo, my brain is not bad, I've hidden it so deeply that you even discovered it. Hearing these words, Danzo had black lines all over his face, and suddenly wanted to spit out a mouthful of old blood. Hidden deep enough. From Danzo's point of view, Uchiha Qiye didn't hide it at all, and the mocking tone was clearly contempt for him. Indeed, Uchiha Qiye changed time. This is also the first time he used the power of time in his left eye, backtracking. He changed the relative time between him and Danzo, going back indefinitely to a minute ago according to his own will. Danzo also knows that time is running backwards. But he found that even a minute back, he couldn't use distinguished heavenly gods. Because the power of the distinguished heavenly gods has not been restored. It's just that time for Uchiha Qiye and Danzo is going backwards, and what should have happened has happened. As long as Uchiha Qiye wishes, he can go back indefinitely to 1 minute ago. In a way, Uchiha Qiye seems to have the time stone. Archives are saved in advance and can be reverted indefinitely. Don't be afraid of the distinguished heavenly gods, this is the power of time. It can be said that rewinding time can make Uchiha Qiye invincible, more like having an immortal body. Even in the face of an enemy several times stronger than himself, he can negotiate with Dormammu like Doctor Strange, and grind the opponent to death. But obviously, there is probably no such person in the ninja world today. The power of time, however, is a stronger existence than space. Now Danzo, distinguished heavenly gods, is still on cooldown. There are also 2 Sharingans on hand. Qiye has deceived the opponent's ultimate move, distinguished heavenly gods. There's nothing to worry about, if it weren't for the power of time in the left eye. To deal with distinguished heavenly gods, Qiye really has to use his brain. But with everything, there is no if. Lost the distinguished heavenly gods, and all that awaits Danzo is death. Chapter 192. Advertisement. Danzo is proud, the biggest hole card, distinguished heavenly gods has been cracked by Qiye. Next, waiting for him, only death. Having lost his greatest support, distinguished heavenly gods, Danzo is deeply remorseful. He regretted that he should not have listened to third generation's ideas, and should have solved the scourge of Uchiha Qiye earlier. Otherwise it wouldn't be today. Third generation died because of Uchiha Qiye, now it's his turn. Or, he shouldn't provoke this man at all. Trading Uchiha Qiye as a bargaining chip with Cloud Shinobi Village was his biggest mistake. Rao is Danzo, and at this time, his heart is also panicked. Although he has Hashirama's cells, it will take a while for the distinguished heavenly gods to recover again. Besides, Uchiha Qiye has the power of time, and the distinguished heavenly gods are useless in front of him. Judging from the match just now, Danzo is far from an opponent. And now there are only 2 Sharingans on his right arm, which means he can only die twice. Anxiety, panic, fear, these unfavorable psychology all flooded into my heart in an instant. Danzo's ravaged face was extremely pale, and even his breathing became rapid. Ha. This old man shouldn't die here, this old man still has unfinished business. If this old man wants to become the 6th Hokage of Konaha, how can he die here, how can he die at the hands of this little devil? This is Danzo's last thought. There is only one thought in his mind right now, that is to escape. Escape from here, only if safety is guaranteed. Sooner or later he will find a way to deal with Uchiha Qiye. Now Danzo, how I wish there was a hostage in front of him. Seeing Danzo's dodging eyes, Qiye couldn't help but smile. Danzo is an old thing. Most of the cause and effect of this ninja world are related to him. Collaborating with Hanzo of the Salamander to kill Akatsuki, who was just founded by Yahiko, also led to Yahiko's death, allowing Nagato to use Geto statue. He also arranged the affairs of the director of the Konoha orphanage, so that Kabuto embarked on a path to find himself. In the matter of Uchiha and Konoha, Uchiha Sasuke's life is threatened, and Itachi is forced to make a choice, and there is the night of Uchiha's genocide. Danzo's series of operations, in his eyes, are all for the sake of the village and Konoha, but they have produced a series of chain reactions. Nagato, Uchiha Itachi, Sasuke, etc., which is not a famous person in the later period. These are the important personnel of the Fourth Ninja World War. Danzo, who is related to this series of things, Danzo who has experienced many wars. At this moment, you will panic and fear, and you will not dare to look directly at death. Danzo no longer dared to face Uchiha Qiye in front of him, and his footsteps were slowly retreating. Keeping the Green Hills is not afraid of running out of firewood, this is the most real thought of Danzo at the moment. Call out. I saw Danzo bent his feet slightly, jumped backwards, and instantly pulled away dozens of meters from Uchiha Qiye. He turned his head and ran, completely ignoring Uchiha Qiye, like a little mouse running around in panic. The old thing has come, how can it let you escape? He, Uchiha Qiye, came here today to deal with Danzo. Leave an enemy in the dark. No, Qiye would not have such an idea. Even if it has no effect on him, even if it is an ant, Uchiha Qiye will be wiped out. Using distinguished heavenly gods is a great drain on Danzo's chakra, because the presence of Hashirama cells greatly reduces the spiritual impact of Sharingan on him. With the living target of Mitokado Homura, Qiye is quite skilled in using the ice of the gods. Now Danzo's speed can't keep up with Uchiha Qiye's pupil power. The ice of the gods was activated again, Qiye's eyes locked on Danzo who was galloping. Click, click, advertisement. Danzo in the storm suddenly found that his body was rapidly freezing, and then cracked like a mirror. Do not. An unwilling cry followed, and the shards of ice fell to the ground. Of course, Qiye knew that Danzo had not been killed. Immediately sensed, the next moment, Danzo's figure appeared in another direction. At this time, there was only one Sharingan left on Danzo's right arm, and Shisui's Sharingan had not recovered. Now Shisui's eyes, neither distinguished heavenly gods nor Izanagi can use it. It freezes at a glance, and shatters at a glance. This divine ice is much easier to use than Amaterasu. Danzo was horrified inside. Can't this kid run out of chakra? Why is he always using Mangekyo Sharingan's ability? Uchiha Qiye, how about we cooperate to solve Tsunade? Konoha's Hokage is up to you, and we will all obey you. Things have come to this point, Danzo can only lower his face and lick Uchiha Qiye to see if it works. However, Qiye can't be licked by anyone, let alone Danzo. He has no interest in Hokage at all, his women are all Hokage, and it is the same for him to do Hokage or not to do Hokage. Qiye grinned and didn't answer. Danzo felt deep fear from Qiye's smile. Obviously, what Danzo felt from Qiye was pure killing intent. Wood style, the tree world is born. I saw Danzo put his hands together and used wood style. The tree world is born. But this power is far worse than that of Senju Hashirama, and it is far less than Tsunade's wood style. Ice Age. Click, click. Whether it was the tree created by the birth of the tree world or Danzo's entire person, they quickly froze at this moment, and then shattered with a snap. Danzo just died again. After a few breaths, Danzo's figure stood in front of Qiye again, staring straight at Uchiha Qiye with those vicious eyes. However, there is no Sharingan on the right arm. Whether it is wood style or Izanagi or distinguished heavenly gods, in front of Uchiha Qiye, they are all useless. Desperate, utterly desperate, Danzo has a solution for me. Facing such a desperate Danzo, Uchiha Qiye had no intention of letting go. The frozen ice is slowly approaching Danzo, and Danzo can see with his own eyes that death is slowly approaching him. As a hero of a generation, he was so insulted by a kid. Danzo must save his last dignity. Suddenly, a seal pattern appeared on Danzo's abdomen. Danzo shouted with a grim expression, Uchiha evil kid, go to hell with me. In his opinion, Uchiha Qiye, whether it is ambition or strength, is a threat to Konoha and the existence of the entire ninja world. Even if they die together, Uchiha Qiye will be dragged into the water. Inside, the seal of the four elephants. This is Danzo's last sealing techniques, which is also a ninjutsu to seal Shisui's eyes. Hiss. The blood of Danzo's whole body spurted out around him, and the seal of the four elephants swelled in a spherical shape, and together with Danzo himself, completely annihilated the surroundings. This was Danzo's last struggle. But wanting to die with Uchiha Qiye, Danzo is still too naive. He is the only one in hell, Shimura Danzo. Chapter 193. Advertisement. He is the only one in hell, Shimura Danzo. The black sphere created by the Li Sixiong seal rapidly expanded. The trees, the earth, and everything else were annihilated in it and turned into nothingness. As for Qiye, he had long since slipped into the distance. Danzo's self-mutilation method was avoided by Sasuke with a single jump, not to mention Uchiha Qiye, who has divine control. It is not easy to hide from the four elephants sealing techniques that perish together. The huge space formed a ball, and only Danzo's body fell. This time, not Izanagi, nor distinguished heavenly gods. Danzo, utterly dead. Konaha politicians and careerists are completely removed from the history of Konaha and in the ninja world. On this day, Uchiha Qiye did several earth-shattering events. Solved Cloud Shinobi's perfect jinchuriki by wooden golem, and then killed three old things of Konaha, Mitokado Homura, Uchiha Kaharu, Shimura Danzo. Cool. Happy. Qiye stretched out for a long time. Now Konaha, no outsiders can get involved. Completely Tsunade's Konaha, with Tsunade's loyalty and favorability to himself. Konaha is also under the control of Uchiha Qiye. Without Mitokado Homura, Uchiha Kaharu, Shimura Danzo, these three shit sticks, Konaha will usher in a new era. Ding! Congratulations to host for killing multiple cage-level powerhouses in a row. The power of the right eye Mangekyo Sharingan has evolved again. The power of the left eye Mangekyo Sharingan time, the tomb and retrospect have risen to 100 years. Open black lens bracket increase chakra by 30% close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket physical fitness increases by 30% close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket reward distinguished heavenly gods x1 close black lens bracket. ... A series of information came from the system again. This time, for Uchiha Qiye, it can be said to be a great strengthening. In addition to sleeping, killing enemies can really make oneself stronger. But in the past, killing the enemy is far from going to sleep. This time is different. Uchiha Qiye's opponents are almost all cage-level powerhouses. From Neo Jinchuriki by Wooden Golem to Mitokado Homura, Uchiha Kaharu and Danzo. Not much to say from Wooden Golem. The two-tailed Jinchuriki is still the perfect Jinchuriki who can use the power of the tailed beast, and naturally has cage-level strength. Mitokado Homura, Uchiha Kaharu, Shimura Danzo, like third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, are the escorts of second Hokage. Not only is he a planner, he is also very powerful. In addition to these cage-level powerhouses, several Jonin died at the hands of Qiye. Like the three subordinates of Danzo, Wu, Shu and Dingshan in the Tianyishan Canyon. As well as the Yamanaka letter just now, Yamanaka Wind, Aburame Root and so on. Therefore, the enemies Uchiha Qiye faced this time were not the same. Such an increase was expected by Uchiha Qiye. During the battle, when he uses a certain ability. After the opponent is eliminated, the ability in that area can be strengthened. The re-evolution of Shenyu makes Qiye's teleportation more convenient. From the display on the system page, Qiye deliberately sees clearly. In the past, when he used the god to transfer people or objects, he had to have physical or chakra contact. Due to the multiple use of Shenyu in the battle, after this battle, his transfer of Shenyu went further. Physical or chakra contact is no longer required when transferring people or objects. Where the line of sight is focused, people or objects can be moved. Of course, it can't be moved to any place, and it can only be moved to the place where his Sharingan has engraved the picture in advance. In order to fight against Danzo's distinguished heavenly gods, Uchiha Qiye used the power of time in his left eye for the first time, going backwards and rewinding time. Advertisement. This has also allowed Qiye to further evolve the power of time, from the original up and down travel for 10 years to the current up-down travel for 100 years. That means Qiye can go back to the Sengoku era decades ago and compete with Uchiha Madara, Senju Hashirama, or even earlier. It can also go to a future that he doesn't even know about. Although the time ability of 100 years is not as good as Doctor Strange's time gem, it is enough. The evolution of the above abilities is within the expectations of Uchiha Qiye. But this one-time access to distinguished heavenly gods is a real surprise. The important thing is that he resisted Danzo's distinguished heavenly gods, and the system also rewarded him for one access to distinguished heavenly gods. Being able to use this most powerful illusion once satisfied Qiye's curiosity. Qiye is not envious of distinguished heavenly gods. Turning others into puppets without a sound, it feels very fresh to use it once, but it will be boring if you use it more. Obviously, this time, it was enough for Qiye. He has power over distinguished heavenly gods. Ah la la. From fighting in the Skyline Canyon to this place, Qiye was really a little tired and a little sleepy. Stretching a long lazy waist, he found a green grass, leaned against the big tree, and prepared to take a nap for a while. Ah, huh, ah, huh. After a while, there was a slight snoring. Time passed by minute by minute. Dot 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 dot. When Qiye opened his eyes, the sun only had half of his face left. Ding, congratulations to host for completing a nap. Open black lens bracket chakra, mental, physical recovery to the best state close black lens bracket. Chakra, strength has been increased to a certain extent. Just a simple nap, Qiye was full of blood and resurrected. After a sleep, Qiye became stronger again. The fatigue of the previous battle was swept away, and chakra returned to his best state, and there was still a certain increase. The current Qiye can be said to be full of energy and full of strength. Walking over the pit, Qiye glanced at Danzo's body. Old man, have you seen yourself dying? People don't commit me, I don't commit crimes. Qiye didn't plan to take action against Danzo. But Danzo doesn't know what's wrong, thinks Uchiha Qiye is a threat, and wants to get rid of it quickly, so he made a deal with Cloud Shinobi. Then it's no wonder the old and new grievances are calculated together, and the old dog Danzo is directly settled. Although Qiye belongs to the Uchiha clan, as a transmigrator, he has no feelings for this clan, nor does he have any relatives. But he is also surnamed Uchiha, Danzo, Homura, Kaharu, these old things, kill and kill. He glanced at it, and with a movement, he disappeared in place. In the next instant, Uchiha Qiye appeared in the Hokage office. At this time, there were only Tsunade and Shizune in the office. The other ninjas have gone to work. Knowing Qiye's appearance, Tsunade and Shizune breathed a sigh of relief. Tsunade complained even more. Boy, why has it been so long? I thought you weren't coming back. With Tsunade's perception of Qiye's strength, it is not a matter of minutes to solve a Danzo. But Danzo is different, because Izanagi has to kill him more than 10 times, it's normal to take some time. But this is not the main thing, Qiye could have come back early. But when I fell asleep, no one could do anything. Cough. I went to sleep. Sleep. Tsunade and Shizune both laughed. Being able to sleep during such a fierce battle is indeed in line with Qiye's style. Shizune on the side asked earnestly, so, Master Qiye, are you all resolved? Well, everything is settled. Chapter 194. Advertisement. Well, everything is settled. Qiye said confidently. Just a Danzo, can't he solve it? Dolphin. Puyu. Puff, puff. It can be seen that the dolphins who heard these words were very excited. Seeing Uchiha Qiye's indifferent expression, Shizune froze for a moment. He couldn't help but sigh in his heart. Master Qiye, you are really amazing. At sunset, Tsunade also stretched his waist. Show off your stunning body curves. This time, without the interference of the three old things Mitokado Homura, Uchiha Kaharu, Shimura Danzo, she can manage Konaha village properly. Tsunade is also looking forward to where Konaha will go under her management. Will it become the largest village in the ninja world? More than the time of her grandfather Senju Hashirama, this is what Tsunade expected. Although I don't know what the future will be like, Konoha will usher in a new era. And Tsunade is happy to be the leader of this new era. Hey, little devil, you have done a great job this time, tell me, what reward do you want? Tsunade blinked and asked Uchiha Qiye. In one-line Sky Canyon, Tsunade used wood style against two-tailed jinchuriki by wooden golem. After the battle, she was basically playing soy sauce, and it was solved by Uchiha Qiye alone. Whether it was Mitokado Homura, Uchiha Kaharu or Danzo, they were all solved easily by Uchiha Qiye. This man is so reliable that Tsunade couldn't think of anything to reward this little devil Uchiha Qiye for a while. In terms of status, the three old guys from Danzo are dead, and Uchiha Qiye in Konoha is an existence under one person and above 10,000 people. No, sometimes in some ways, the Hokage himself has to listen to him. Although Qiye, a consultant, doesn't usually take care of the village's affairs, he only knows how to sleep. But when questions come, Tsunade always asks Qiye's opinion. Who made their man so reliable and so powerful? Hearing that Tsunade was going to reward himself, Qiye's eyes lit up and he coughed a few times. Cough cough. I don't need the reward, let's talk about it at night. Night. Tsunade's eyes changed and he glared at Qiye. She thought of things she shouldn't have thought, and somehow Tsunade always thinks that way. Shizune on the side was slightly embarrassed, not knowing what Tsunade and Qiye were talking about.
The dolphin in his arms also made a doubtful voice. Puyu, puff, puff. Tsunade was very calm, and immediately changed the subject. Though the three old guys are dead, there are still a lot of things to deal with. Indeed, Tsunade had to figure out how to explain these things to the ninjas in the village, and to give a reasonable reason. Also, are there going to be funerals for the three old Danzo guys? Funeral. Tsunade immediately rejected it. What funeral the three old guys are going to do? Just find a pit and bury it and it's over. To a certain extent, these three people were also killed by Tsunade, and it was time-consuming and laborious to organize a funeral for the enemy. In addition to the three old things of Danzo, there is still the stubborn party of Roots to deal with. Moreover, if Cloud Shinobi knew about the death of Futao Jinchuriki, he would definitely do something. At that time, their country of fire will be busy warning the attack of the country of thunder, and she, Hokage, will be busy with this series of things. Hearing that Tsunade had something to deal with, Qiye immediately fell asleep. Allah, he patted his mouth and yawned a few times, and said lazily, since Mr. Hokage has something to deal with, I won't bother. I'm very sleepy now, so I'll go back first. Advertisement. As soon as Qiye finished speaking, the whole person disappeared. Hey, boy, you. Tsunade hasn't finished talking yet, besides her Hokage has to deal with these matters, Kai's consultant also has to help. But now Qiye is slipping away like a hand-dumping shopkeeper. At that time, when Tsunade asked Qiye to serve as a consultant, he did assure Qiye that the affairs of the village would not be handled by his consultant. Hey. Tsunade spread his hands and sighed, this is his own sin. Shizune chuckled, having been with Qiye for so long. She is all too familiar with Kai's behavior. Tsunade-sama is busy, so naturally her assistant is also busy. Days go by day by day. The deaths of Mitokado Homura, Udatane Kaharu, Shimura Danzo did not bring much restlessness to Konoha. Tsunade handed over the solution to Konoha's military advisor, Nara Shikahisa. It can be said that the strategist is worthy of being a strategist, and the Nara family pays attention to IQ. Nara Shikuji handled this matter very well. The ninjas and villagers in the village did not have too many complaints and accepted this matter calmly. The deaths of Danzo, Homura, and Kaharu have been resolved, but the remnants of Root have not been completely resolved. Because the leader Danzo is dead, the remnants of the Roots have not been active in the village recently. Konoha, as usual, develops in a quiet and comfortable environment. Konoha is so quiet and comfortable, but Cloud Shinobi Village is miserable. The Land of Thunder, Cloud Shinobi Village, 4th Raikage sat on the chair with a livid face. Moi, is the information true? A majestic killing intent emerged from 4th Raikage Eye. The Cloud Shinobi ninja named Moi shivered, and he had never seen such a violent Raikage. Lord Raikage, yes, it's true, there are the corpses of our Cloud Shinobi ninjas in the one-line Sky Canyon, and 2 of them are of Konoha. Among them, Lord Wooden Golem also fell. What? Hearing this, Raikage immediately stood up and smashed the chair in front of him with a punch. In fact, it has been several days since Wooden Golem went on a mission to the Skyline Canyon. Raikage has already guessed something since Wooden Golem has not returned. It's just that Raikage can't believe it, he's still deceiving himself, and he's still trying to have a miracle happen. By Wooden Golem who but they Cloud Shinobi Village perfect Jinchuriki. In terms of strength, he is second only to him in 8 Tails Killer Bee in Cloud Shinobi Village. Raikage can't believe that made by Wooden Golem would lose. And there are dozens of elite ninjas from Cloud Shinobi who went to the Skyline Canyon with Wooden Golem, and many of them have the existence of Jonin. And they Cloud Shinobi set a trap there beforehand. How could it possibly fail? Impossible to fail. Without knowing it, even if Raikage broke into that trap himself, he was not sure he would come back alive. But things were so weird that the last straw that supported Raikage's heart was gone. Originally, Raikage still had a glimmer of hope, thinking that something happened to Wooden Golem and they didn't come back. However, when they Anbu went to the scene to check the information, the feedback to Raikage has completely given up his mind. The ninjas they Cloud Shinobi performed in the one-line Sky Canyon were wiped out, including by Wooden Golem, and no one survived. There were only 2 corpses of Konoha Anbu ninjas at the scene. Uchiha Qiye, no, his body could not be found. In other words, Uchiha escaped from the Skyline Canyon. This is the truth. Chapter 195 Advertisement. This is the truth. The reality is that their plans for the Cloud Shinobi Village failed, and the Cloud Shinobi ninjas led by Wooden Golem were wiped out in the Skyline Canyon. The scene was full of crushed ice and corpses, but there was no corpse of Uchiha Qiye, an important figure in their Cloud Shinobi hunt. That is to say, their Cloud Shinobi ninja failed, a complete failure. After smashing the table, Raikage was not satisfied, the whole body flashed with lightning, and the lightning-style armor came out. Could it be solved by Uchiha Qiye alone? No, Raikage doesn't believe it, there must be something tricky about it. Maybe it was Konoha who changed his mind from it, and the negotiated condition was to let Uchiha Qiye fall into the trap. Indeed, Uchiha Qiye did go, maybe he went with the Konoha army, thereby turning them Cloud Shinobi against the army. This time, their Cloud Shinobi village has no 2 tails, and their combat power is a great loss. This is very beneficial information for Konoha and other Shinobi villages. Raikage gritted his teeth, thinking that he shouldn't have sent Wooden Golem. Immediately, I felt remorse in my heart. By Wooden Golem, I shouldn't have sent you. I made Cloud Shinobi Village lose you. Now that Wooden Golem is dead, Erwei's whereabouts are unknown. It may have been dissipated by Wooden Golem's death. It may take several years to wait for the resurrection of the second tail. In the war with Konoha, the Cloud Shinobi ended in defeat. It is because of the man Uchiha Qiye the Cloud Shinobi village tasted failure and became the object of ridicule by the major shinobi villages in the ninja world. And this time they hunted Uchiha, their Cloud Shinobi village was completely defeated in front of Konoha. Total annihilation, shame, this is definitely the biggest shame in their Cloud Shinobi village history. Even in the previous war with Konoha, their Cloud Shinobi ninjas were not wiped out. At least Darui and the others survived, and this time, none of the Cloud Shinobi ninjas led by Wooden Golem came back. The shame of their Cloud Shinobi village is all because of that man, Uchiha Qiye. B***********D. Uchiha Qiye, Konoha village, the land of fire, I will never let you go, we Cloud Shinobi and Konoha are at odds. At this time, fourth raikage, the muscles on his dark face were extremely twisted and extremely ferocious. If it was a petty mess before, this time, Raikage's anger exploded. Only one of them, Cloud Shinobi and Konoha, can exist in this ninja world, and they have reached the point where either you die or I die. This time, Raikage thinks that the alliance is not reliable. Because there is no evidence at the scene that Uchiha Qiye did it alone. So whether it is Raikage or Azabui, they all think that they were put together by the old guys from Konoha. Shimura Danzo, Mitokado Homura, Utatane Kaharu, the three upper floors of this Konoha. The three old things must have colluded with Uchiha Qiye. When I heard that Cloud Shinobi was going to send two-tailed jinchuriki to operate by Wooden Golem, I already wanted to attack them. Cloud Shinobi. Ginger is still old and spicy, in fourth Raikage's opinion. He was put together by the old guys from Konoha. No wonder the other party in this conversation said not to let Hokage know. Now Raikage finally understood. I just fell into the trap of these three old things. Advertisement handing Uchiha Qiye to them Cloud Shinobi was a pretense, and they used this pretense to defeat Cloud Shinobi. Hey, poor Danzo, poor Homura, poor Kaharu. If you die, you will die, and the most important thing is to take the blame for Uchiha Qiye when you die. Let Raikage mistakenly think it was planned by them. Azabui, let's go, our country of thunder will start a full-scale war with the country of fire. It is hard to hide the resentment in his heart, this time Raikage is going to start a full-scale war with Konoha. It is no longer a small fight before, but a full-scale war. Their Cloud Shinobi village's face must be recovered, and their Cloud Shinobi ninja's revenge must be avenged. Whether Cloud Shinobi village can still gain a foothold in the ninja world, take Konoha village as this springboard. Hearing that Raikage is going to start a full-scale war, Azabui is terrified. At least it is not the time to start a full-scale war on Konoha. Lord Raikage, it is absolutely impossible. The ninjas in the village have not yet recovered from the failure of the Frost Kingdom. Moreover, blind wars are not advisable. This time, we must find a good alliance. In the local war between Frostland and Konoha, they only lost a small number of ninjas in Cloud Shinobi village. But the blow to their Cloud Shinobi ninja's heart was really devastating. The guerrilla squad led by Uchiha Qiye made these Cloud Shinobi ninjas terrified and fearful. This time, they Cloud Shinobi have to moderate. Raikage's anger turned into anger, and in the end, rationality took the initiative. Now he also understands that now is not the time to start a full-scale war with Konoha. The humiliation that Konoha caused them to suffer can only be endured with tears. This time, Raikage has all blamed the three old guys of Konoha Danzo, thinking that the alliance is not desirable, and he may turn his face and defect at any time. Azabui, in today's ninja world, can you still trust an alliance, and if so, which village should you seek an alliance with? Seeing that Raikage was not swept away by anger, Azabui finally breathed a sigh of relief. It is not necessary for the alliance of the five major powers. Those small countries and small villages have no fighting strength at all, and their Cloud Shinobi does not look down on them. Small countries and small villages want alliances purely for that benefit. Azabui, who else in the ninja world can be allied with? The five kingdoms of wind, fire, thunder, water, and earth, Tsunade has allied with Konoha. It is impossible for Cloud Shinobi to find Tsunade again, so the kingdom of wind can be ruled out. The land of earth Iwagakure, the father of fourth Raikage third Raikage died at the hands of Iwagakure. It's impossible to ally with Rock Shinobi, so the only thing left is Kirigakure, the land of water. The country of water's closed-door village policy, outsiders don't know the real situation of Mist Shinobi at all, and it is not impossible to jointly attack the country of fire with the country of water. Raikage pondered for a while, and finally sighed. Azabui, I'll leave the alliance to you, Konoha, I'll make it pay the price and bet on my name as Raikage. Time flies, and the death of Danzo et al. Has been months ago.
Konoha as usual, the death of Danzo and other high-level executives did not bring any changes to Konoha. This is all thanks to Nara Shikuji, a talented military advisor in Konoha. Although it is very troublesome, he handles things very well.
Hidden Sound Village, Orochimaru's secret base. Sir Orochimaru, it seems that a lot of things have happened in the ninja world recently. Really, since I fought with that old man from third generation, I've almost forgotten what the outside world looks like. Master Orochimaru, it all seems to be related to that man, you will be very interested. Chapter 196. Advertisement. Orochimaru-sama, it's all about that man, and you'll be very interested. Oh, Orochimaru stretched out his long tongue and licked his lips, and said with interest, is it Kie-kun? Yes, Lord Orochimaru is him. Tell Orochimaru about the war between Konoha and Cloud Shinobi in the Land of Frost. In the War of the Frost Kingdom, Konoha only lost a very small number of ninjas. And Cloud Shinobi sacrificed hundreds of ninjas. This is a unique victory in the history of the Konoha War, all because Uchiha Qiye participated in this war. Orochimaru said, Kie-kun, you didn't expect you to be so active on the battlefield. The glasses shone with a visionary light under the candlelight. Lord Orochimaru, not only the war between Cloud Shinobi and Konoha, but also a big event now. Danzo, Mitokado Homura, and Uchiha Kaharu, the veteran advisors of the three villages have died one after another. What? Orochimaru's eyes narrowed. The death of Danzo and other high-level Konoha leaders was something he could not have imagined. He has previously collaborated with Danzo on Hashirama's cells. The Hashirama cells transplanted into Danzo are not yet complete versions, they are still experimental. But Danzo couldn't wait to gain the power of Sharingan. Specific details are unknown. But the death of Danzo, Kaharu, Homura is real. Sir Orochimaru, this seems to be Konoha's internal conflict, and there is no Somura ninja intervening. I think Hokage did it. Tsunade. Orochimaru's serpent eyes looked into the depths of the darkness. Tsunade really had such daring power. But Tsunade's strength wants to solve these three old guys in a short time. I am afraid it is a bit difficult. I'm afraid there is also Kie-kun intervening here, and now Kie-kun is Tsunade's Hokage advisor. It has to be said that as a spy, he travels between countries in the ninja world. He knew exactly what happened in the villages of the ninja world. He is a genius as a spy, and even Itachi has praised him. Tisk tisk, last time I said goodbye to Kie-kun in Konoha, it's been a long time since I saw him, I should see how my perfect body is now. Uchiha Sasuke. Kabuto said softly. Uchiha Qiye was someone Orochimaru couldn't get, so Orochimaru focused his attention on Uchiha Sasuke. Of course, in the beginning Orochimaru was targeting Uchiha Itachi. But in the face of Itachi, he was helpless. So the purpose of Orochimaru has always been Uchiha Sasuke. The birth of Qiye was just a surprise. It was this accident that made Orochimaru realize that this was a man he couldn't afford to offend and could only please. Looking forward to Uchiha Sasuke, Orochimaru. At the same time, he is also curious about the true strength of Uchiha Qiye. From the dim light came Orochimaru's long voice. Kie-kun, you are making me more and more excited. Akatsuki's secret base. There are several camouflage phantoms standing on the 10 stone fingers. The pupils of one of them are corrugated, it is Tiandao Payne. Everyone, starting from one tail, the tail beast capture plan is now in action. With such a simple sentence, those camouflage phantoms quickly messaged. The undercurrent of the ninja world has made Obito, the masked man, unable to wait. It is urgent to capture the tailed beast and realize every project Tsuki no Mi. In the Valley of the End, on the rock statue of Uchiha Madara, the masked man Obito looks up at the sky. Advertisement. I felt the figure slowly emerge from the ground. Afe, I have asked Payne to make a plan to capture the tailed beast. Are you sure you want to do it ahead of time? Ah, yes, there's nothing left in this world for me to miss, only the world of infinite Tsukuyomi is the real world. Obito has been dormant in Akatsuki for so long in order to realize infinite Tsukuyomi, it's time to act. From the moment Nagato summoned Geto statue, there was no turning back. Besides, recently, Obito has always had such an inexplicable unease in his heart, and he couldn't tell. This is this kind of unease and anxiety, which makes him feel that the capture of the tailed beast is imminent and must be carried out immediately. Speeding up the formation of Project Tsuki no Mi, the happiest is naturally Black Zetsu. This means he can see his mother, Otsutsuki Kaguya sooner. I sighed in my heart. Obito, don't let me down. The Land of Fire, Konoha Village. Uchiha Qiye has been resting for more than a month, and there is no task for him. He doesn't need to do anything as a consultant, let alone how comfortable he is. The sun was shining in the sky, Qiye was still lying on the bed lazily, not wanting to get up. Before long, there were regular and rhythmic knocks on the door outside. Thump, thump, thump. When I opened the door, I saw that it was none other than Red Yuhi. This was the first time that Yuhi Hiro came to visit, which surprised Qiye. Hey, isn't this Red, what's the matter? The Uchiha family is in the far corner of the village, and it took a lot of effort for Hong to find Qiye's home. No, there is still a little blush on his face. Since Qiye rose to fame in the war with Cloud Shinobi and became Konoha's hero. Hong and Qiye rarely meet each other. And that night, Qiye gave him a red kiss. It's okay not to kiss, this kiss always makes Hong Fu think about it. Today, Yuhi Kung took advantage of her lack of assignments and summoned up her courage to come to Qiye. Advisor, did you disturb your rest? Red asked cautiously. What kind of advisor? Just call me by my name, Hong. If I'm still resting at this time, then I'm really too lazy. After saying that, Qiye stretched out for a long time. Hearing these words, the red heart smiled. Qiye is still the same Qiye, and doesn't have the air of a consultant. This made Hong Shin very happy, otherwise he would have thought that he and Qiye had bad feelings in their hearts. Qiye-kun, long time no see. Last time you invited me to eat meatballs. As the saying goes, courtesy is good. Do you have time today? This time it's my turn to invite you to eat. Hong Yuhi stared at Uchiha Qiye with expectant eyes, while her heart was beating non-stop, as if she was afraid that Qiye would refuse. How could Qiye refuse an invitation from a beautiful woman? What's more, there is nothing to do at the moment, looking at beautiful women and seductive eyes, life is to live so comfortably. Then all trouble Miss Hong, I just happen to be hungry too. Before long, Yuhi Hong brought Qiye to the door of a ramen shop. Qiye-kun, do you like ramen? This is the most famous ramen shop in the village. Yil Ramen. Qiye is familiar to me, isn't this a shop that Naruto often likes to visit? Naruto is a serious ramen lover. Qiye has heard of Uncle Yil's reputation and has eaten here several times. As for the taste, radishes and vegetables have their own preferences. Naruto was fascinated by ramen, and Qiye thought it was very ordinary. Even some varieties of ramen have a light salty taste. Not particularly tasty for Qiye, but not that bad either. Ikyle Ramen, it's not bad. Chapter 197. Advertisement. Happy Ramen. This is the first time that Yuri Hong has invited Qiye to eat, and I don't know if he likes it or not. Opening the curtains, Uncle Yil and his daughter Iris greeted warmly. Welcome. Qiye ordered a random bowl of miso ramen to fill his stomach. Red Yuhi eats it carefully and slowly, very much like everyone's young lady, but it is also quite fast. Unlike other girls who eat and grind and chirp, Yuhika quickly finished eating. Suddenly, there was a loud noise outside. Haha, Orochimaru-sensei, thank you for inviting me to eat ramen this time, I want to eat the biggest bowl. The voice Qiye was all too familiar with, it was Uzumaki Naruto. When Naruto and Iruka came to the ramen shop, it was a surprise to see Qiye there. Hey, isn't this Qiye bro? Long time no see. Ramen. It turns out that Qiye bro, like me, also likes to eat ramen, haha. As soon as he saw Qiye, Naruto greeted him warmly, like a little fanboy. Yo, Naruto, Iruka-sensei, long time no see. Since Uchiha Qiye became a Hokage consultant, I really haven't seen many people like Naruto. The last time we met was probably at the funeral of the third generation, which was a long time ago. Brother Qiye, tell you, in another year, we will graduate from the ninja school. By then, I will be a ninja too, haha, maybe I can become a Hokage before you, brother Qiye. Naruto vowed that he would never lack this enthusiasm. Iruka slapped Naruto back to reality. I said Naruto, do you know that Qiye is now an advisor to Lord Hokage, and you are still far from catching up with him, so work hard. Naruto pouted and glanced at Iruka. I know, Iruka teacher, Qiye brother is my role model, I will definitely cheer. This brief encounter made Qiye and the others feel very good. Time flies, Naruto and the others are all graduating in the blink of an eye. Just like that, Yuhika and Qiye wandered around Konoha Street. Hong, aren't you Jonin yet? Qiye asked this question casually, a look of embarrassment appeared on his red face. Well, Qiye-kun, I'm not Jonin yet. Qiye thought for a while, and the red at this time was indeed not Jonin. Hong became a Jonin when Naruto and the others were about to graduate, and she became a Jonin before she was qualified to instruct Hinata and them. However, now that Naruto and the others have only 1 year left to graduate, it is almost time to take up a few tasks and accumulate merits. Red, when you become a Jonin, you will guide the Genins who graduated from the ninja school and become a teacher. How about you, are you looking forward to it? Teacher. A look of longing appeared on Kurenai Yuhi's face, and she was looking forward to being able to guide Jonin. At the same time, she was very worried that she had nothing to give to her students. Thinking of this, Hong Yuhi sighed, he is not the first technician of Konoha, copy ninja Hitaki Kakashi, copied thousands of ninjutsu, and can teach Genin countless things. It's not Guy, who specializes in physique, it's Konoha's blue beast. The illusion that he is most proud of also lost to an unknown ninja last time. Qiye and Red Yuhi had already walked to the side of the small stream without knowing it, and the sunset was reflected in the water. The gurgling water is golden. Seemingly seeing the difficulty of Yuhihiko, Qiye asked carefully, "What's wrong?" "Qiye-kun, I'm very unconfident, I don't think I have anything to give to the genins who just graduated from the ninja school. Even if Yuhi is red, there are times when you have low self-esteem. It's okay, everyone grows from the weak to the strong." Qiye comforted her softly. Yuri Hong's strength was indeed not very strong. Advertisement. In front of Itachi, the proud illusion was almost killed in seconds. I saw Red Yuhi's beautiful eyes looking at Uchiha Qiye, biting her teeth lightly, her expression extremely firm. I know that Qiye-kun is powerful and is the hero of the village. I want to learn from Qiye-kun and let me see where my limits are. Hong Yuhi stared at Uchiha Qiye with anticipation. She was afraid that as Qiye, she would reject her. "Oh, what did I think it was? This kind of thing, it's very simple." Qiye agreed so happily, and the happiness came so suddenly that Hong Yuhi was caught off guard. The two came to an open meadow. "Red, attack me with the determination to kill me, or you won't be able to see your limit. Then I'll trouble you, Qiye-kun." I saw Yuhi Hong's brows slightly wrinkled, and the previously gentle eyes instantly became extremely sharp. Swish. As soon as he made a shot, dozens of kunai flew towards Uchiha Qiye, and he didn't bind the kunai with the detonating talisman. In the face of Uchiha Qiye with cage-level strength, Yuhika's attack is unequivocal. After all, the man in front of him is the man who ended the war between Konoha and Cloud Shinobi, and is Konoha's hero. Bang, bang, bang. A loud explosion followed, and smoke and dust rose. Hong Yuhi's eyes stared at the thick smoke. This kind of attack was just her appetizer. She knew that Uchiha Qiye would never be defeated by such an attack. Otherwise, he will lose his hero's name. Suddenly, a huge white skeleton appeared in front of Yuhika's eyes. This fierce and cold aura made her instinctively take a few steps back, and the white skeleton enveloped Uchiha Qiye in it. The kunai detonator attack just now did not affect Uchiha Qiye in the slightest. Qiye's whole body was not stained with any dust. Is this the Susanoo of the Uchiha clan? Hong Yuhi's face looked a little embarrassed, and Susanoo's appearance had already broken her confidence. Since Hong Yuhi wants to see her limit, Qiye is not used to her. The first shot was Susanoo, who showed her the power gap. In the face of absolute strength, everything is in vain. What's the matter, Hong, are you afraid of my power? Seeing that Hong Yuhi didn't act, Qiye said provocatively with a slight smile. Qiye-kun, I'm not the kind of weak woman who gets scared. If you're careless, you'll get hurt. Saying that, Hong Yuhi's heart was beating fast. This Susanoo is not necessarily without flaws. Wind style, wind cut. Fire style, big fire dragon technique. Earth style, landslide technique. ... Attacked Uchiha Qiye's Susanoo with 3 escape techniques, wind style, fire style, and earth style in a row. In the end, it didn't work at all. Qiye still stood there motionless. As for Hong Yuhi, the continuous use of ninjutsu made her consume a lot of chakra, and her face was abnormally pale. Not to mention physical skills, even Qiye's body couldn't get close. Just when he passed the ninjutsu to create a chance to get close, he was slapped by Qiye's giant skeleton hand. This blow made Yuhika's whole body aching, and the bones of her whole body seemed to fall apart. Taijutsu and ninjutsu are useless. Then, she can only use the illusion that she is best at. Chapter 198. Advertisement. Gollum. Hong Yuhi swallowed her saliva, her expression full of solemnity. She could feel Uchiha Qiye's formidable strength just by simply fighting. Pretty face was covered with fine sweat, and her breathing involuntarily became rapid. Qiye has always been in a defensive state, not attacking at all. To say that the attack was just a shot to prevent Kurenai Yuhi from getting too close. It was this shot that sent Hong Yuhi flying several meters away, causing her to suffer unceasingly. Of course, Qiye stayed. Otherwise, at this time, Yuri Hong would have already died. Red Yuhi stared at Uchiha Qiye with her beautiful eyes, and her heart was even more shocked. Is this the strength of Qiye-kun? It's really scary, I can't see the end. Although it was only a simple fight for a few rounds. But Uchiha Qiye is like a boundless sea in front of Yuhika, with no bottom and no end in sight. That's why Uchiha Qiye is called the hero of Konoha village. In the war between the Kingdom of Frost and Cloud Shinobi, Hong Yuhi also heard about it from other ninjas. Uchiha Qiye defeated Cloud Shinobi ninja almost alone. There is no second person in Yuhika's cognition with such a strong performance. Although the whole body was in severe pain, she also knew that Uchiha Qiye had kept his hand just now. Otherwise, she could not be intact. Wiping the fine sweat on his cheeks, he whispered softly, Kie-kun, it's really strong, but I still can't see how strong it is. Ninjutsu, taijutsu, and Yuhiko have all tried one by one. Neither can crack Uchiha Qiye's Susanoo. That being the case, he could only use his best trick, illusion. Red Yuhi is the illusionist of Konaha, and there are not many illusionists in Konaha. She is one of them. Susanoo can block the attacks of taijutsu and ninjutsu, but it cannot block the attacks of illusion. Now, she just wants to try her illusions to see if she can defeat Yuhika's Susanoo. The smart eyes glanced around, and Yuhi Hong quickly formed a seal. Suddenly, Kurenai Yuhi's entire body slowly dissipated toward the smoke. Hiei and Susanoo watched with interest in the direction of the disappearance of Kurenai Yuhi, and a strange smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Is it illusion? This girl finally showed her housekeeping skills. However, he faced the Uchiha clan, and he faced Uchiha Qiye who possessed the Mangekyo Sharingan. Playing illusions in front of Sharingan, Yuhika is too big. Suddenly, the Susanoo around Qiye slowly dissipated. Afterwards, a big tree appeared behind Qiye, and the trunk quickly wrapped around it. And the figure of Kurenai Yuhi slowly appeared in front of Uchiha Qiye, holding kunai in her hand. There was a slight smile on the corner of Yuhi's mouth. How about it, Kie-kun, your Susanoo was broken by me, and you've already fallen for my illusion. Indeed, the last time she fought against Kurenai Yuhi, her illusions were not so powerful. For such a long time, Hong Yuhi's attainment in illusion has improved a lot. Susanoo's first stage was really broken by her. Uchiha Qiye, who was bound by the tree trunk, raised his eyebrows and chuckled, Miss Hong, do you really think you have succeeded? Suddenly, Uchiha Qiye's black pupils changed suddenly, and the scarlet three-tomo Sharingan appeared in front of Yuhika. Sharing. When Kurenai Yuhi saw these eyes, she was already bound by her own illusion. Any taijutsu, ninjutsu, or illusion is futile in front of these eyes. Sharingan can see through any taijutsu, ninjutsu, illusion, Yuhika is still too naive. Illusion rebound. Advertisement. At this moment, Hong Yuhi finally understood the gap between herself and Uchiha Qiye. Even the illusion that he is proud of, is not worth mentioning in front of the pair of Sharingans. Thinking of this, the red face of Yuhi was a little lost, and she smiled bitterly. Kie-kun, I'm still too weak. Woohoo. The shackles are gone, and everything is back to what it was before. Continuous use of ninjutsu, illusion, stamina and chakra are a huge drain on Yuhika. The restraint was lifted, and she suddenly fell limp and sat on the ground. The pain from before is still there. This is naturally difficult for Uchiha Qiye. I saw Qiye put her hand on Yuhi Hong's jade shoulder. A warm and cool chakra instantly travels through every corner of Yuhi Hong's body meridians. A miraculous thing happened, whether it was chakra, physical strength or spirit, Yuhi Hong returned to the best state. Also, she felt full of power. He looked at Uchiha Qiye in surprise. Kie-kun, were you treating me just now? Qiye slept with Tsunade for so long, medical ninjutsu, recovery and regeneration have long been perfect. Coupled with his majestic chakra, it is not a problem to restore Yuhika to her best state. In Uchiha Qiye's view, it was an easy and ordinary thing, but Hong Yuhi didn't think so. This kind of ability seems to be like a god to Yuhi Hikane, and a light touch will restore her to her best state. All the wounds that Susanoo attacked earlier are gone. Gosh, can ninjas really do such a thing? Hong Yuhi's heart was terrified. Qiye clapped her hands. Red, Susanoo's attack just now didn't hurt you, did it? No, it's my honor to be able to learn from Kie-kun, even if it hurts me, it doesn't matter. Kurenai Yuhi waved her hands quickly, and if she can learn from Uchiha Qiye, what's the point of injury? Besides, Qiye has just healed her injuries through medical ninjutsu. Being able to communicate and learn with Uchiha Qiye, she is already very satisfied, and she is also happy when she is injured. With that mysterious medical ninjutsu, she couldn't take any injuries. For a while, Hong Yuhi was thinking about it. Qiye waved her hand in front of her, but she didn't know it. It took a while to respond. Kie-kun, did you just say something? Kie-kun, it's already so late, are you hungry? After the battle just now, you are already thirsty, why don't I go to the village to buy a few bottles of water? Kane Yuhi, who was not aware of the situation, said indiscriminately, and her face flushed even more. After saying these outrageous words in a row, I realized my gaffe. Qiye looked at Yuhi Red, whose cheeks were flushed. This little girl is quite cute. Ah la la. Stretching a long slack, Qiye said with the attitude of an elder. Well, Hong, your strength is very strong. Compared with me, you are still 100 million points worse. Looking at Qiye's scarlet three-tomo Sharingan, Kurenai Yuhi recalled the feeling of having just been hit by an illusion rebound. It's very similar to the situation that night, and it doesn't feel wrong. A woman's sixth sense is very sensitive. He asked Uchiha Qiye tentatively. Qiye-kun, do you mean that the Anbu ninja that night was you? Chapter 199. Advertisement. Qiye-kun, could it be that the Anbu ninja that night was you? Kurenai Yuhi widened her red pupils, she really wanted to know the answer. Cough cough. Uchiha Qiye coughed a few times. A woman's feeling is so sharp, in fact, Qiye did it on purpose. It's okay to let Yuhihika know something. Qiye nodded seriously. My god, it's really Qiye-kun. At this time, Hong Yuhi's heart was both surprised and happy. Surprisingly, that Anbu was Uchiha Qiye, but glad that Anbu was Uchiha Qiye. Thinking of what Qiye had done to herself in the illusion, Yuhika's face flushed red. Then, that Qiye-kun, why did you treat me like that in the illusion? Red Yuhi's eyes were fixed on Uchiha Qiye, she wanted an answer. Because I want you to be my woman. He had a showdown, it was that direct. Hearing these words, Hong Yuhi was immediately dumbfounded. Looking at Uchiha Qiye dumbly. Do Qiye-kun women? Qiye-kun, can I really? Uchiha Qiye's right hand outlines Yuhika's chin. Why, don't you want to? Of course I would. Hong Yuhi blurted out, almost without any thought. She had this feeling in her heart for a long time. It's just that because of Qiye's strength and identity, I feel that I am not worthy of it. Red Yuhi's love is so humble. But today I heard that Uchiha Qiye wanted her to be his woman. Yuhi Hong was overjoyed in her heart, how could she not be willing? The two looked at each other, and Yuhika closed her big purple eyes. Uchiha Qiye kissed him down. I don't know how long it took before Yuhika came back to her senses from the joy of happiness. Curious to ask Uchiha Qiye. Qiye-kun, why did you stop me from going to third generation that night? Qiye gently scraped the bridge of Yuhi Hong's nose. Orochimaru is fighting the third generation over there. You can't do anything. If I stop you directly, you probably won't agree. This can be disguised as Anbu. That's it. At hearing that Uchiha Qiye was thinking of herself, Yuhi Hong felt even more sweet in her heart. One more thing, third Hokage is damn too. Third generation damn, why, Qiye-kun? Because the demise of the Uchiha clan is related to him, Itachi's clan annihilation mission is the S-rank mission assigned to him by the senior leaders of the third generation. What? The demise of the Uchiha clan turned out to be a task assigned to Uchiha Itachi by the senior officials of Konoha. Yuhihika was surprised by these words. She is just an ordinary ninja in the village, and she has nothing to do with high-level decision-making. But she could also imagine the darkness of the village. The current Konoha, the future is bright. Because whether it is third Hokage or Shimura Danzo, Mitokado Homura, Udatane Kaharu have all gone to hell to reunite. Konoha will usher in a new era. Thinking of this, Hong Yuhi also calmed down in her heart. Uchiha Qiye told everything so half-truth. Yuhihiko naturally absolutely trusted his words. The night fell, and the breeze was blowing. Kurenai Yuhi shivered coldly and folded her body. Cold. Red Twilight nodded. I saw Uchiha hugging Princess Yuhi. Advertisement. What? Kurenai snorted softly. Then let's go home. Go home? Which home are you going to? Uchiha Qiye smiled. Of course it's my house, your house, come back next time. In the next instant, Uchiha Qiye and Yuhika appeared in the room of his Uchiha clan. This is the Uchiha family, Qiye-kun Yu. Hong Yuhi saw that Uchiha Qiye's right eye pupil was the shape of a shuriken. The small black pupils are so mysterious and obscure. This is my Mangekyo Sharingan, it's convenient to go home. Uchiha Qiye put Yuhi Hong down, his eyes filled with endless fiery heat. Looking at Qiye's eyes, Hong Yuhi also panicked. 7. Qiye-kun, what do you want to do? Of course I did what I wanted to do, how could the kiss just now be enough? Then, Uchiha Qiye said with a serious color. Red, do you want to become stronger? Getting stronger is what every ninja thinks about every day. The same is true of the Red Sunset. I naturally want to be stronger, I want to fight with Qiye-kun. Uchiha Qiye nodded with satisfaction, with an evil smile on the corner of his mouth. Let's make the illusion of that night a reality, then sleep full and wake up stronger. Kurenai Yuhi listened with a bewildered look on her face, but nodded half-shovely. The night is so long. I don't know how long it took. When Qiye woke up the next day, the sun had already poured into the house through the window. When he opened his eyes, he saw Kurenai Yuhi was lying in his arms. There was a slight smile on the corner of his mouth, a satisfied smile. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to host for completing a perfect sleep close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. The time ability of Mangekyo's left eye has no time limit, you can shuttle freely. Close black lens bracket. Backtracking. Back to the past, host optional time. Graveyard. To the future, host optional time. Note. The longer the time travels, the more chakra is consumed, please use the host with caution. Open black lens bracket. Physical plus 200. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Increase chakra by 50%. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Mental, physical, chakra return to the best state. Close black lens bracket. Reward host. Ability to manipulate gravity. This. Qiye was completely dumbfounded. Sure enough, sleeping is the fastest way to get stronger. I woke up naturally last night, and it was so comfortable. Qiye hadn't had such a comfortable sleep for a long time, so it was a great enhancement to his ability. The power of time of the left eye has no limit at all. It was still a century-old restriction, and it was only possible to go back to the past 100 years or go to the next 100 years. After this sleep, there is no limit at all. This means that Uchiha Qiye has the time stone. He could even go back to the old days of Sage of Six Paths, of course, not knowing if his current chakra could do that. The power of using time is extremely draining of chakra. The last time he fought Danzo, Qiye only went back 5 minutes. You can feel a small amount of chakra in your body being consumed. Maybe it was the short time that made him not feel this way. With Qiye's current amount of chakra, he doesn't know how long he can reverse the time. The unlimited control of time means that Qiye has a time gem. Even Dormammu, he can negotiate terms. Izanami is infinitely repeated in fantasy. Uchiha Qiye, who possesses the power of time, can realize the real Izanami. This sleep really did not sleep in vain. In addition to the power of time, manipulating gravity is a pleasant surprise for Qiye. Chapter 200. Advertisement. This sleep really did not sleep in vain. In addition to the power of time, the ability to manipulate gravity was a surprise to Uchiha Qiye. To a certain extent, this gravity means that Qiye has eaten a lot of fruit and has the same ability as Fujitora. But in fact Qiye has this ability, he is not afraid of water, and can do everything Fujitora can do. Controlling gravity can attract extraterrestrial meteorites like Fujitora, and can also make many sundries float in the air. The phenomenal planetary devastation is a great enhancement to Qiye's strength. Tisk tisk, others become stronger through practice. As for me, I can be invincible when I sleep, which is really beautiful. Thinking of this, Qiye couldn't help but smile. Ding, because of sleeping, the strength of Yuhika has also been strengthened to a certain extent. Do you want to strengthen Yuhika? When he got the system prompt sound in his mind, Qiye immediately Kaido, strengthen. Ding, red Yuhi's chakra has been enhanced to the level of elite Jonin. Open black lens bracket. Speed increase by 50%. Close black lens bracket. Physical enhancement 50%. Strength is increased by 50%. Enhanced illusion. Control of the 5 senses, can turn the illusion in the illusory into reality, consumes a lot of chakra. Open black lens bracket. Kuro Yuhi's spirit, physical strength, and chakra return to their best state. Close black lens bracket. 5 senses domination. Fantasy becomes reality. It can be said that this feeling greatly strengthened Yuhihiko's illusion. These illusion abilities rival or even surpass those of the Mangekyo Sharingan. After all, Mangekyo Sharingan's illusion has no ability to turn fantasy into reality. The system has strengthened Yuhika's best illusion. The 5 senses dominate, the illusion that transforms illusion into reality. Qiye can only think of Kurama Yakumo. But now, Hong Yuhi can also do this. However, judging from the amount of chakra in her elite Jonin, this move has become her ultimate move and won't be used lightly. Just like Kamui to Kakashi, Kakashi used Deidara a few times in the beginning, and the body was not good. But as long as Uchiha Qiye is there is still a lot of room for improvement. Perhaps feeling that there is a majestic force in her body, Hong Yuhi's moving eyes slowly opened. What caught his eyes was Kia's handsome face with a smile. Red, you are awake. Kurenai Yuhi nodded with flushed cheeks. Yesterday although I had tossed with Uchiha Qiye until midnight. But when she woke up, she felt very relieved. He had never slept so well and comfortably. Hey, this is. At this time, Hong Yuhi also discovered that there is a majestic power in her body. Chakra has a big increase compared to the past. When she woke up, she was not at all tired. Whether it is mental, physical, and strength are in the best state, this is the best state. Even more surprised. Qiye-kun, what's going on? I feel full of power, and I have been greatly strengthened in 3 aspects of ninja, especially illusion. Because it's her own body, Yuhika Kane couldn't be more clear about the strange changes in her body. It's like an ordinary farmer who wakes up and finds that he has a pile of money beside him. Hong Yuhi has such a feeling of getting rich overnight. It's natural. Looking at Uchiha Qiye's faint smile, Hong Yuhi remembered what Uchiha Qiye said last night. It is said that after a good night's sleep, when you wake up, you will become stronger. She also thought that Qiye was joking and just wanted to do that with her. Now she understands, Qiye didn't lie to her. Immediately, he scolded himself in his heart. Yuhi-hong, how can you doubt Qiye-kun? Qiye-kun is absolutely right. With her fingertips across Uchiha Qiye's chest, Yuhika asked curiously, Qiye-kun, is this how you become stronger? Well, it's weird. This time, Hong Yuhi also experienced the taste of becoming stronger without training. And it's a huge boost. The way is as simple as sleeping. Even if the practice can make her a little stronger, that is already a great hope. But that sleep last night, it was not a little bit that made her stronger. This is probably something that can't be replaced by years of practice. Although Hong Yuhi is still a chunin, she feels the power in her body now. Even in the face of elite jonin, she is not afraid at all. With her contemporaneous genius Hitaki Kakashi, Hong Yuhi is now confident that he can beat him. Poor Kakashi has become a unit of measurement of combat power. Why can't I get stronger when I sleep? Hong Yuhi thought about it, and the biggest difference between this sleep and the previous one is only one. There was no Kie-kun before. At this time, Red Yuhi was thinking about it again. If sleeping with Kie-kun can make you stronger, then I would rather sleep with Kie-kun every day. After all, you can make money lying down. Who would go to the construction site to move bricks? Thinking of this, Yuhi Red's cheeks were flushed, and Kie naturally didn't know what she was thinking. Curiously asked, Red, what are you thinking? Your face is so red, do you have a fever? Immediately, he covered Yuhi Hong's forehead with his hand, feeling the temperature of her body. No, nothing. Hong Yuhi was so ashamed that she immediately covered herself with the sheets. He cursed at himself even more in his heart. Okay Yuhika, how can you have such an idea? Kie-kun treats you sincerely, you actually want to sleep with him in order to become stronger. But I'm already Kie-kun's woman, so what does it have to do with him sleeping? Bah, excuses, they're all excuses, you're just greedy for Kie-kun's body. No, I didn't, I had a really good sleep last night. Don't explain, explanation is cover up is fact. Ah. In this way, Yuhika's heart is fighting fiercely. Black and white are having an inspiring debate, and neither agrees with the other. I told you guys, stop arguing, serve Kie-kun well, and everything will come naturally. Yuri's red brain makes up for everything, and it's very sweet to think about. Kie is going to the Hokage office to deal with things in the afternoon. Hong Yuhi also has her own affairs. After a simple meal at Kie's house, the two separated. After making soy sauce from Tsunade, Kie wandered the streets of Konaha. Everything that happened last night made him have some aftertastes. A burst of chaotic footsteps was behind him, and he had followed him for a while. Advertisement. This chakra, Kie said he was familiar with it, and said he was not familiar with it. Uchiha Qiye raised his eyebrows, and a playful smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. He wanted to see what this guy wanted to do with him. Suddenly, Kie quickened his pace. The stalker in the back is even more desperate. It wasn't until there was an open grass that Kie stopped. If you can keep up with my speed, your strength has grown a bit. Kie laughed softly. Wow. The stream divided the meadow in two, and not far away was the forest. Kie looked into the depths of the forest and smiled. Come out, it's not like a Uchiha genius to be sneaky like this. As soon as these words came out, a slender figure came out from behind the big tree. It was none other than Uchiha Sasuke. Dosuke narrowed his eyes slightly, he had obviously hidden it well, but he was still discovered by the other party. He exclaimed inwardly. Damn it, it was discovered, Uchiha Qiye, he has become even stronger. Sasuke's life is also ridiculous, living in the shadow of his brother Uchiha Itachi all his life. From revenge, confusion to revenge, his life seems to be dominated by Uchiha Itachi. Today he followed himself, and Kie could also guess. Oh, it turned out to be Sasuke, long time no see. If you came to ask me again how I survived that night, I already told you the answer when I was at the ninja school. Well, I know, Kie, I'm not here to ask you this. At this time, Sasuke seemed unusually calm and mature, which surprised Kie. So, what do you have to do with me? I want to see the gap between myself and that man. You are the only survivor of Uchiha in the village besides me, so please guide me. As soon as Sasuke finished speaking, he immediately knelt down to Kie. As the son of the head of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Sasuke, the genius of the Uchiha clan, has given up his dignity. Kneeling down to an ordinary clan in Uchiha, you can see how determined Sasuke is. When a man puts down his face and starts to work, it means that he is mature. And now Sasuke is indeed such a person. Sasuke once said that as long as he could kill Uchiha Itachi, he would sacrifice his body to a demon. When you want to do something, you have to do it by any means. Before Sasuke was disdainful of Uchiha Qiye, even if he beat himself at the ninja school. At that time Sasuke didn't think Qiye was great or how strong he was. But since Qiye graduated from the ninja school, the two have started different lives. Uchiha Qiye's resume makes Sasuke envious. First defeated the village's Jonin Hitaki Kakashi, and was promoted directly from Genin to Special Jonin. From Special Jonin to Elite Jonin to now Hokage advisor. Sasuke thought it was something he couldn't do. And Qiye seems to have done these things easily. Especially in the war between Konoha and Cloud Shinobi in the Land of Frost, there is such a saying among Konoha's ninjas. Uchiha Qiye single-handedly turned the tide of the battle, leading Konoha to victory. Sasuke was even more shocked when he heard these rumors. There are not many people in the entire ninja world who can turn the tide of the battle by themselves. From Sasuke's point of view, Qiye would not be able to take the position of advisor to Hokage without his strength. Such a shocking performance was enough for Sasuke to put down his face and dignity to guide him. Because no one knows the use of Sharingan better than the Uchiha family. Sasuke was looking for Kakashi's guidance. But when he thought that Kakashi was defeated by Qiye, he gave up decisively. Find the strongest one. There is nothing to give your body to the devil, a man puts down his posture and pleads with you. Qiye also gave him considerable respect. Get up, Uchiha Sasuke, there is no need for the Uchiha clan to bow down like this. In a simple sentence, Sasuke has a good impression of Qiye. He thought that Qiye, who is now Hokage's consultant, was no longer on the same level as him, and would dismiss his request. But in reality, this is clearly not the case. Qiye continued. Your target is your brother, Uchiha Itachi. Hearing this name, Sasuke's eyes narrowed, and his whole body exuded a murderous aura. This name is obviously his taboo, his inverse scale. But in front of outsiders, he can also be treated peacefully. That's right, it's him. I want to avenge my parents and the innocent Uchiha clan. Uchiha Itachi's life must be taken by me. Sasuke knows that Qiye has no relatives in the Uchiha clan. The only old grandmother who raised him also died before the night of the genocide. Sasuke doesn't care what Uchiha Qiye thinks. As the son of the patriarch, he was responsible for Uchiha's hatred. Now Sasuke is 11 years old, which means he will graduate in 1 year. Avenge Sasuke. Qiye is not a saint, his revenge should be done by himself. It's okay to point it out. Qiye doesn't like little boys, sleeping with Sasuke makes him stronger, which is absolutely impossible. In this case, he must make Sasuke recognize the reality. Sasuke, let's be honest, you are far from Itachi's opponent now. I know, now I just want to try out the geometry of my instruments. Qiye chuckled lightly. If that's the case, then treat me as an enemy and see how far you can do it. I was going to do that. Sasuke's black pupils changed suddenly, and the scarlet Sango jade glared at Uchiha Qiye. 3 Tomo Sharingan. Qiye was a little surprised. The original commander and Naruto only opened 3 Tomo Sharingan in the end of the valley battle. And now, at the age of 11 at the ninja school, he has actually started 3 Tomo Sharingan. It seemed that hatred had blinded his eyes. Uchiha Itachi is really exciting to him. Just 3 Tomo Sharingan is not enough. It's still far from the weasel. Itachi already possessed the Mangekyo Sharingan at the age of 13, slaughtering the entire clan. In the name of genius, Sasuke is still far behind Itachi. 3 Tomo Sharingan opened abruptly, and Sasuke quickly closed the print. Fire style, great fireball technique. The huge fireball suddenly rushed towards Uchiha Qiye. The reflection of the fireball in the water was exceptionally bright, and the surrounding temperature rose instantly. Sasuke took out his best fire style ninjutsu as soon as he shot it, which was the only ninjutsu that his father Uchiha Fugaku gave him. At that time he was still spewing out a small fireball, but now, he is no longer the young man. Facing this menacing fireball, Qiye did not move at all, and had no intention of evading. Puff! Howling fireballs.